That boy said nobody cares about your past. And nobody even cares about the future. He's like, what?
Play for the decal on your helmet. Oh, well, we play for the Browns. They ain't got no decal. Play for the guys next to you.
Oh, man, too far. All right, man. So we live, y'all. Welcome back to Man Down Sports. You can see from the thumbnail, we got a good show prepared for y'all. And y'all see from the rundown, we got multiple topics that are very interesting. We got 5 squares tonight. Dominique from Sports T, Jay from Kingdom Come Podcast, my boy Chris, and Zoe from I was about to say your old stuff. I was about to say Bird Dog.
Oh, you was?
I was about to say Bird Dog, but plug your new show. What is it rebranded as now?
It is now rebranded. Look, I sound like Mel. It was now rebranded as the Bird's Eye View Podcast. Still talking about the same stuff, but just a little bit different spin on it. I streamed a couple of episodes to the Man Down Sports channel. I appreciate all the subscribers and the supporters. But yeah, man, definitely check me out on Bird's Eye View. I would definitely be talking about them Falcons and them Hawks, especially recently, because the Falcons are who I said they were on my first video. But give me a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. You need.
Yeah, for sure. And do that for everything that's in our description box. Bird's Eye View.
What other show you got, Zoe?
Kingdom Come, Cowboy Spit, and also Sports Team. Make sure y'all go over there and get them a sub and support those great podcasts. What was you saying, Chris?
Go ahead, Chris.
I was asking Zoe, what other show he on?
Who knows? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that one.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming. Keep a lookout.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir. Stay tuned.
Also, I want to shout out the members. We got some new ones. We got a couple of retrades. Keith Brazell is back. Mark Darnell is a new subscriber. Right hand cam retrade. He's back. Mikey Brass. Big T, he's new as of last week. Doc Holly 003, Andrew Williams, James Reed, Demetrius Day, Taco Master, Beast Mode Bones, 33 Shuggy, Cedric Franklin, E King, Steve Calvert, the Joker 687, Scott Merriweather, Unspoken Voices, Taco Master 64 Slim, Savine Arnold, Ryan Walters, Jay Barrett, WW, Shay J, R. Bing, Jeffrey Gold, Shy Rider Westsider, Michael Tafoya, Wizman Ballin, Malachi Israel. Those are our members. I appreciate it. I hope y'all enjoyed the members only content I gave y'all this weekend, but it'll be some more rolling out. Was it this weekend I gave it to you? Or maybe last week? I don't know. Earlier this week, but there'll be some more this weekend, man. So stay tuned for that. What's good, man? What's up with y'all?
Man,
God is amazing.
God is the greatest.
The horses are ready for battle, man.
Yeah. The horses are definitely ready for battle.
I don't know if that's my granny still. Is that my granny in the house? That might be mine. Granny in the house. Hit the like button for sure. Right hand cam. What's good, partner? Good evening, everyone. Granny. I gotta find out who Granny that is. Can you cook?
Because we all need.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that serious. Jumped in as a member. I appreciate that, brother. Man, everybody. I think you might want some of that members only content, man.
Wait a minute, my guy. That was real salacious.
Gotta hit him with the Drewski. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
And apparently, yes, this is your granny.
She can cook. Oh, that's my granny. No. I think she mentioned that she can cook. Well,
okay.
Most grannies couldn't. You know what I mean? Better than I could.
And speaking of being able to cook, man, happy early Thanksgiving for those of y'all that partake in the Lord's Supper.
There you go. Can't be mad at that.
Mean by that?
Yeah. And also thanks to y'all at Cali Strong for sponsoring the show, man. We're sponsored by Cali Strong. And if you see that discount code right there at your bottom right, Man Down Sports, if you go and shop at Cali Strong, if you go to calistrong.com and you go and you check out some of their gear, some of their hats, some of their bucket hats, some of their Rastafarian outfits, some of their Mamba sports apparel. If you go check out any of those things online and use that promo code or that discount code Man Down Sports, you would get 15% off. So please head over there and support us by supporting Cali Strong. And this episode is also brought to you by Underdog. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code Man Down Sports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy. Also, man, really quick, Zoe, did you have anything noteworthy in the news? Because I seen some things.
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
Did you have anything? Can you hear me now? Is my sound out?
No, I think it's mine. Hold on.
Can y'all hear me good?
Everybody
I
hear? I can hear it now. I don't know what it was. What'd you say now?
Oh, okay. Michael Brooks, thanks for that super chat for sure. And was that right hand cam that said something about Sports T?
Yeah.
What was that? Sports T made my day earlier. Yeah, Sports T was live earlier today. I seen half of that. It was a good live. No, the news. It was a couple of things I seen. Number one, Pat Riley's getting a statue in front of the Lakers arena. You don't like that?
Hey, shout out to Pat Riley.
I like the idea of statue, but the last 3 that we done seen.
Nah, they're gonna get his right.
It's probably gonna look like Joe Biden.
Nah, they're gonna get his right.
I mean, I just don't understand, if they didn't fix the other ones, why are you already doing another one? So that's my whole. I love the idea. Pat Riley deserves one. He should get one. But can we fix
Absolutely.
the other ones?
Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask y'all a question about the statue.
Yeah.
Should the NBA stop doing statues and start doing wax figures? Because like wax figures usually look just like the person.
Yeah,
I like that idea. That's a good idea, Jay.
I said just let's just go away from the statues, because every statue that was made, not just for the NBA, but every statue that has been made since the pandemic has been horrible. Shout out to the Martin Luther King statue in DC. All of them have been horrible. Let's go with wax figures from now on.
Are wax figures climate controlled though? Can they be outside?
No,
put them in the indoors. Put them in the indoors.
Like in the vestibule. So, hey, they're gonna get Pat Riley's right. We ain't got to worry. I promise.
And I think the reason why they do statues is because of the fact that they can withstand elements. They can withstand vandalism, stuff like that.
Y'all gonna make me say it. It's the brothers, man. They're not gonna get the brothers right. They gonna get that right.
They just gotta pick better artists to do it. I need to know the name of the artist for each statue. That's the thing they're not saying.
It's Orlando Brown.
You know what?
With Ray J as a consultant.
Granny from Baton Rouge. I know that gumbo probably is probably legit.
It's probably my granny.
Your granny from Baton Rouge?
My family from Louisiana. Yeah, I got family in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I knew something was up with that light skin. You Creole. I'm
Creole, bro. I ain't never heard from it. I'm Creole.
I knew something was up, man. This man Creole, man.
Yes, sir.
What language Creole speak? Swahili?
Croatian?
Oh, I thought it was Pig Latin or something.
All of that is wrong.
Is that not how language works?
No, I'm sorry. It's patois.
Patois. No, well, that's just like patois is pretty much Geechee.
No, but no, not at all. But I get where you're going.
What you saying?
Different.
Yeah, so if I say, hey, don't worry, don't cry, everything gonna be all right. Is that patois?
Nah. Wait.
Hey, you gotta that's English with a very bad accent.
Yeah, that was English.
Hey, we gotta clip this because now I don't have the worst accent impersonation on the show. That was terrible.
No, they are definitely Creole speak like a variation of French and English mix.
Yeah.
It's very broken. Very broken.
It's real broken French, but Jamaicans is the main ones who speak patois.
Patois.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I sounded good just now. Shout out to my boy Brooklyn, man. Hey, funny story about me and Brooklyn. And we started out as debating each other. I don't even know who was debating, but I was on Simply Ball Droppings podcast, man. Shout out to KSAP. But I got on their panel, and Brooklyn was just like challenging me on everything I said, man. And then by the time we got to the end of the podcast, we was two peas in the pod and good friends, man. So shout out to him, man. That's yeah, that's how it's supposed to work. And he came over and now he support the channel and he support Sports T as well, man. I would encourage y'all, including Brooklyn and everybody else that's listening, to go and support our football podcast as well with Kingdom Come and Bird's Eye View. Do that as well. But yeah, so Pat Rock,
real quick. Kingdom Come has been on a slight hiatus, man. We real back. I had that loss hurt my soul, but we back, man.
Oh man, he fair weather, man. They gotta be winning for him to drop an episode.
I ain't want to talk about it, man. I ain't want to talk about it because I felt like Big Red let me down, and I ain't want to talk about it.
Corey goes live, win or lose.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, Corey used to losing. Losing ain't something I'm used to. I'm not used to that. I got to get back in the swing.
Also, oh, hold on. Is my Bluetooth not ready? But also, in the news, Harden passed Ray Allen for number 2 all time in 3-pointers. What y'all think about that?
It was bound to happen, but he got a long way to go to get to number 1.
In the words of
he ain't gonna get that.
In the words of Men on Film, hated it.
Shit, you hate what? Why you hate that he got a record?
Too, Jay, hated it.
It's not real to
me. So the thing about Harden, in my opinion, you can tell the story of basketball without any of his contributions. So I don't.
Damn,
I don't really.
Damn, Jay.
I agree.
Damn, I like that.
Jay's really killing it today.
I like that. That's philosophical. There we go. That was philosophical. That was deep.
You nailed it.
You know. And so with him being the second, the person with the second most made threes of all time, it kind of not tells all his fallacies on the court. It kind of bigs him up in a way that I don't want people who didn't watch games to look back on Harden, and that's just personal for me.
Yeah. My thing is, look at the 3-pointers. You think of real shooters. Look at the list. He passed Ray Allen. Who's number 1?
Steph.
Wardell is. Do any of us feel like James Harden is in that caliber when it comes to shooting?
No.
Nope. And we don't have anything to talk about. Congratulations.
I wonder how much more attempts did James Harden have than everybody else.
I mean, how much more attempts did Steph have than Ray Allen? I mean, the conversation that people are saying,
no, that's
not a conversation anymore. But like that, Steph is just automatically the best shooter we've ever seen. I'm not so sure that's true. Like I still think his dad. I still think Ray Allen. I still think Reggie Miller, Larry Bird, Mark Price. They're all in the discussion.
I'm not in discussion. Steph Curry, but James Harden took almost 1,000 more 3-pointers than Ray Allen.
That's insane.
I think that accuracy is important.
And it's just volume.
Yes, but you can't deny the ease that Steph does make these shots.
That's why he's in the discussion, and that's why James Harden isn't. So Steph is definitely automatically in the discussion. Mm-hmm. But to rule out people who didn't volume shoot the way they do in this era, like Mark Price, who invented the 50-40-90.
Yes.
Who actually Steph Curry, if you watch Steph Curry game, it's identical to Mark Price's.
Really close.
It's very, like, people think that Steph Curry got more out do our oof game. He doesn't. Mark Price is a carbon copy of what Steph Curry is doing now. Mark Price invented splitting the defense on the screen and roll. Mark Price catching was unreal. His dribble pull up from 3 was unreal. Mark Price
did a little more effortlessly too. If we just be honest,
didn't even think about
it. The thing about Mark Price's game is it never looked like he was working hard, but he always got a good shot up. But yeah, I mean, we living in an era of volume. Like, I think Bron is in the top 10 of made threes all time.
He is.
He is.
Nobody will confuse him
I
as
think
a
he's
shooter.
like number 7 or number 8, and I'm like, dog, when did that happen? When they were showing the list of Harden creeping up on Ray Allen, like Ray, he was 4 short. They had the top 10, and LeBron was like number 7 or 8. I'm like, when did that happen? Like this man
This
is
what
not
I'm
been
just saying, man. Longevity plus volume equals you can be on that list.
I bet you they on the list as far as most 3 points missed too.
They are. They are.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, accuracy is definitely, when you talk about the greatest shooter of all time, I think your criteria has to be a blend of, accuracy, efficiency, and again, like, being able to actually put the how you put the ball in the cup, right? And Steph just does it. He might not have the accuracy as the other guys, but the style of which he does shoot, that's not going to be replicated. Like, nobody can shoot the ball like Steph.
Yeah, but that changes if someone's guarding him 94 feet, like Vernon Maxwell or Greg Anthony or Derek Harper, and they're hand checking him all the way up court, and the whistle is not on his side and not helping him. And then when he get rid of the ball and he's trying to run off these screens, I'm still giving you all types of heavy defense. That's different. What your legs are going to feel like after you have to use all that energy to get up court.
But what I will say is Steph has one of the best cardios because he's always moving.
Right.
And he's gotten his shot up in the phone booth plenty of times before.
Well, let me ask y'all a hypothetical real quick. If every player that you've ever seen play basketball played in this era, who do you think would be number one on most made 3 points? And then I'm gonna tell you all y'all why y'all wrong.
Man, that's tough, man.
That's a good question.
So if everybody, like, if you take all the great shooters and you say, hey, look, man, you can get 12 threes a game and just jack them up. You don't have to go down low.
No matter what the defense look like, pull.
Ain't no hand checking. You got freedom of movement. Man, I would want to say
I see some good answers over there. Ray Allen, Steph, Glenn Rice.
I would want to say
Ray. I'm leaning towards Ray.
I would want to say Ray. So this is the thing about Ray. His physique, his body, and his legs, his lower body, his you see, he got the biggest calf muscle in history for guards. I don't know. I mean, he might have the biggest calf muscles for big men too. Like he was ready for all of that running around. He was conditioned for that. Yeah. Right. And that's why the 3-point contest, he could, most players that shoot with a lot of lift in their legs in the 3-point contest wasn't that good. And better 3-point contests are people like Larry Bird, who rarely jumps, or Steph Curry, who rarely jumps. But Ray Allen was so conditioned for it, it didn't bother him. So if he wasn't getting no opposition and no defense.
Hey, and you know what else? Man. Ray Allen is probably, out of all the shooters, one of, if not the most athletic early on in his career. People forget that. Like, he's an athlete. Ray Allen
he definitely was the most athletic.
Yeah,
but I finally seen two people with the right answer. That answer, in my opinion, ain't a guard, man. It's the hick from French Lick, boy. It's like Bird.
It could be Bird. It could be Bird.
Like Bird.
And I like that Dale Ellis answer too. Yeah, he did. I like that Dale Ellis answer.
I ain't mad at Dale Ellis,
but he wasn't good enough to start and stay on the floor, so he wouldn't have the most.
I asked that question only because I just wanted to show you how different the game has evolved over that time. And like we don't even think about how much of a burner Larry had, but he just didn't have to. He didn't have. You know what I'm saying? That's just not the way they play ball in the 80s.
Yeah. What's crazy, the name that didn't pop up at all was Harden.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, still. All right, with that, we'll move. Before we get into everything, the games that are on tonight, Philly, Brooklyn right now, they're in the second quarter, almost halftime. Philly is up by 6, but there's no PG-13 or no. They probably, well, maybe not, because Maxey is back, and then him and McCain, they probably can hold it down against Brooklyn, but there's no Embiid, there's no Paul George tonight. They're both out. Washington and Boston is tied up right before the half. That's interesting. Golden State is up by 5. against New Orleans, and then later on we got Bulls, Hawks, Rockets, Trailblazers, Bucks, Pacers, Mavericks, Nuggets, and I think Luka is missing that Nuggets game. I'm not sure if Jokic is missing it as well, and then Kings, Clippers, all tonight. But y'all riding with us tonight, man. So we go anytime. Yeah.
Before we slide real quick, just want a quick note. I think Zion should go ahead and hang it up. They just came out and said today that he is not even close to coming back this year.
Bro,
that's right now.
They gave him a contract too. I told people not to draft him, and I told people not to give him no contract.
So I don't know what I can't keep finding, excuses and reasons. Like, just go ahead and hang it up, man. Because if you this injury prone in your first 5-6 years, it's not gonna get any easier.
Yeah, it probably won't get better.
So
no, dang, that gonna shame, man. Wasted the draft pick, and Cam Reddish gonna have a longer career than him, and Cam Reddish can't even get his feet on the ground with a squad.
It's so weird that he can't.
Meanwhile, Brian is
there will be no Cam fam slander.
I ain't slandering Cam. I'm for Cam.
He's not seeing the hardwood.
Crazy.
He's not seeing the hardwood, and he probably deserves to.
I would.
You would not call it the hardwood in front of all these dudes. We're not calling no hardwood.
Did I say hardwood?
You said hardwood.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow you to do yourself like that.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I would have lost my house because I'd have bet that Cam Reddish was gonna make a splash in the league.
Me too. I thought he was gonna be the starter. We drafted him 10 overall. I thought I saw everything that I needed to see from Cam to make me think that he was going to be one of them ones in the league. If not starters, serviceable, then what I'm saying, like not just player team. Like this is crazy. It's crazy to me.
Where he at now? He in LA, right?
In LA. Cam Reddish is a chick with all hips and no butt. When you walk past, you look back and be like, "Psych." That's
I actually thought he was gonna have a better career than RJ Barrett and Zion.
Me too.
And RJ Barrett is it seemed like he might be working harder than them because he's not that good.
No, he's not. You know what? You're not wrong.
I'll allow RJ Barrett slander any day of the week.
I mean, if you squint your eyes and watch him play, you can't tell if it's RJ Barrett or Shabazz Muhammad.
Yeah.
Shabazz was like 20 years old playing in high school. That's another story. Hey, man, let's go on to the topic.
Let's roll it, man. Yeah.
All right, man. So Iman Shumpert probably last year was on a podcast. I can't even remember the name of it. But he uttered the words that LeBron ruined basketball for his move to Miami, making it okay for superstars of his caliber to team up in their prime. And he got a lot of flack for it. And like most people that say something like that about LeBron, the next time you hear them talk about it, they backpedal like Josh Norman or Deion Sanders. And they kind of changed their tune. We just seen not Wilborn. What's the Windhorse? We just seen Windhorse do it in the just recently last week. But Shumpert went on Shaq's podcast this week and he did not backpedal. He doubled down. This is what he said.
I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing this year. Boston has won, so I figured Milwaukee was going to come out like, okay, we know y'all got the chip, but y'all had it easy. Yeah, they the real champs. I figured Philly be saying the same thing, right? I watched Portland the other day go 4 for 42 from the three. Yeah. I memorized it.
That's the new game, though.
That's the new game. No. My question to you is, has Steph Curry messed again? That's not a game. 4 for 40.
Well, I got crucified for this question already. Has Steph ruined the game? Because I also was asked this, and I said the person that ruined all of this was Bron. Because I felt like Bron's stance, and it's like Mike. If Mike would have made it okay for y'all to just be like, yeah, I'm leaving this team and I'm going to another, because I don't like what the owners are saying. If Mike would have did that, there would have been no loyalty because we all, quote unquote, wanted to be like Mike, right? And I felt like even though Steph was good, I felt like Bron was the guy that did it because I felt like when Bron made it okay for people to team up, it stopped making the star player have to come back with something added to their game.
I think you're answering a different question. I agree with you saying, but I'm talking about the style of play with everybody shooting.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, you had everybody would come in the league and have their thing that they do that you can't stop this. But now we got the scouting report on you because you made it to the playoffs. So this year we gonna take away this, and we wait on you to come back and have this. So you had Bron go up to Detroit and go through all that, right? And the man went to Miami instead of come back and defend it there. So it was like, now everybody thinking it's cool, y'all could team up, la la la. So now you create the three-headed snake out of Steph Curry now. Once they beat us, the 2-pointer was gone. Like, if you really break it down, and I know my teammates finna hate me for this, it's our fault. Like, granted, Kyrie halved his knee. You know what I'm saying? My shoulder was messed up. We had a bunch of injuries, but if we don't lose that first championship, who's shooting threes? Because y'all have all been telling them, look, this was the formula y'all wanted. Y'all said shoot it from half court. Steph did all that. He still lost. And then we continue to watch Bron at the end of the game say hand. Right. And then you go to the block at the end of the game where you play that 15 feet step, you know what I'm saying, Tim Duncan, all that.
And that's why.
He said teaming up with players the caliber of yourself in their prime, Wade and Bosh, like these are the guys I'm supposed to be competing against, but I'm going to team up with them. He said that prevented superstars like LeBron from going into the lab in the summertime, adding something to their game and coming back and showing the team that just beat them, you can't use that defense against me no more. I got something for it. Instead of him saying, I'm going to the lab to get something that I need to beat you, he said, I'm going to find a player, not one player, 2 players to add to my repertoire to beat you. And he said that's what ruined the NBA, not the 3-point shot. Man, what's y'all thoughts? I'm gonna start. I want Dominique to answer that question. And you got to unmute.
Okay, so I think that Iman Shumpert, I think it's a really interesting thing that for him to say that if they don't win that championship, there'd be no threes. It was already an exciting thing that season. So I disagree with that. I mean, Steph Curry had been going off with these 3-point shots. It was a popular thing. I don't think that, I disagree that if the Cavs win, that there's nobody shooting 3-pointers. I disagree with that. They got to the finals. So when you think about LeBron's career, right? That's all that, fans think is important. They don't think winning titles is important in this generation. So that's why I disagree with what Iman Shumpert says. I think he has a point, and I do agree with him that, LeBron James and super teams partly ruin the NBA, but unfortunately, winning doesn't matter in this generation. So,
sheesh.
I mean, it doesn't. LeBron went to 10 straight finals. Steph Curry, that style of play took him to the finals, right? So the argument that we've heard over the last 20 years is that going to the finals is better than getting kicked out of the first round. Yeah, so if Steph Curry was able to get to the finals 8 years in a row with that play style, you get what I'm saying? Like, why would nobody be shooting threes?
Well, so it's two parts of what he was saying. So the part you're talking about is him saying if you're going to blame the threes for the demise of the NBA, then it's really not on Steph. It's on us for not being able to beat him. And I think there's a little bit of truth to what he's saying as far as
the accountability of it for sure.
Yeah. So like when things come into the league and NBA, NFL, they're both copycat leagues. If we see one thing work, other teams are going to be like, hey, I want to duplicate that, right? So with what the Warriors was doing, we haven't seen it win yet. Like Harden was doing it with the Rockets, Steve Nash was doing it with the Suns, the Warriors was doing it with the We Believe team, and it hasn't won. So when no one was really copying it that much, and then when the Warriors was doing it, everyone was looking like, man, is that going to work? And if it doesn't work and they lose, then you don't see that many teams trying to copy it. And I think that's what Shumpert was saying. But the most important thing to me is the fact that he was saying the super team is more conducive to the demise of the NBA than it was the 3-point shot. It was the fact that the person that was considered to be either the best or the second best player in the league made it okay for you to leave your kingdom, join another guy who is a king with a kingdom, and then bring a third guy who's a king with a kingdom, and all of y'all join together in y'all prime and say, let our powers combine. I'm Captain Planet. Right. So I think that's what the main thing, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think for sure LeBron cheated the game, in my opinion, with these super teams. And what he did was he enabled other stars to do that. And then what we saw was we didn't see naturally the same teams that, going back head to head in the finals. That was orchestrated. So I just think that I think Iman Shumpert was right to a point. I just disagree with him about the 3-pointers because teams were already copying Steph Curry before he won. Guys were already copying before they won that title. So they had been winning.
How many teams, though?
Do you think it was more after he won, though? More teams trying to emulate that Warriors play style after he won?
I don't really see people emulating the Warriors play style. I just see them taking more volume 3-point shots. So
they think they're emulating it, right?
That's the Warriors play style.
Yeah, they think that's what it is. The Warriors play style start with defense, to be honest with you. They switch everything on defense. They got players that can guard the perimeter and guard the post like Draymond or Wiggins and stuff like that. That's what and Iguodala when he was there, that's what their defense was predicated on, and that's what started everything. But the fact that they got Clay and Steph made it all right, man. We can put these threes up because we got these two guys. That's the secret sauce. People was copying it and didn't know they really wasn't copying it.
And to me, I mean, 3 is better than 2, right? I mean, I think we all know that here. I don't think it takes a genius to understand that, but it is about playing winning basketball. And I'm not sure. For me, I'm not sure that the 3-point contest is winning basketball, but I think that the Warriors played great basketball throughout that run, throughout that dynasty run. They played really good basketball, and that's the point I think that people are missing. Defense creates offense.
Yeah, the people that's copying them aren't playing good basketball. Though I think the Warriors still play and back then played great basketball, but
they do.
Look, they traded Clay and off they went.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think Shump said a lot, and you kind of like you at base level, you like, yeah, LeBron cheated the game. You went and joined 2 superstars, and but with him breaking it down like that, it's like, okay, yeah, because LeBron went to go find some people that could hide his deficiencies, so that way he wouldn't have to totally take the blame or totally take the responsibility, and he wouldn't get blamed for if something happened on the back end, like say he had like defensive issues or something like that, right? But you had Wade, who was a good defensive guard. You had Chris Bosh, who was good defensively inside, which was neither of what LeBron was good at. So LeBron was only good at dunking and chase down blocks, right? And obviously that wasn't conducive to winning. In 7 years, you didn't win a championship with Cleveland. So I like what Shump said. I don't have any pushback against what Shump said. It was solid.
Go ahead, Jay.
Well, first of all, Shump is kind of right, but he's mostly wrong. Number one, the rules and settings. Like I don't. Everybody, Dominque just said it. 3 is better than 2. Everybody's computer will tell them that. Hey, you can get more points if you hit a 3-point shot over a 2-point shot. You know what I'm saying? So analytics is really part of the downfall of the NBA. Number one.
That's how math works too.
But that's exactly how math works. So I can't really get mad at that. Yeah. However, so the part where I think Shump was right, a lot of people everything comes with a price. So the whole LeBron going to join other people, yeah, it brought player empowerment, but it took away longevity. Now every year it's almost like.
Can I ask you a question, though, Jay? Did that really bring player empowerment? And I only ask that because LeBron is not the first person to leave at the end of a contract. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar left or he requested and demanded to get out of Milwaukee. So, like, how is it player empowerment to leave a team at the end of your contract as a superstar at that level when people have done it before? Why are you crediting him with that?
I think the player empowerment.
Okay, so what happens now?
Is it empowerment or is it just cheating and teaming up?
No, people. No. So people did it before him, but after he did it, it made it okay for everyone to do it. So now people, where the player empowerment came from is, no, we're not even going to sign early. Actually, when we sign our deals, we're going to structure in a way that the last year or the last 2 years are player option, so I can even opt out and become an unrestricted free agent before I actually serve my term.
Stop calling it player empowerment. He made it okay for super teams. That's what he made it okay for.
Whatever you
guys have done what he's done before.
Well, there were super teams before he did that.
Not really. I disagree. There was never a team beforehand.
I think the empowerment comes from, like what Jay said, is the fact that it went from team options to player options. And then also it was the fact that the players were more like, hey, it's not that we need these teams. We're making it the case where these teams need us. Right. So we're sitting at the table and we're calling the shots because, hey, you called me, right? You feel like I'm the piece that you need to win the championship. And
before that, you didn't hear people going on free agent tours and going to visit 7 or 8 teams and everybody clamoring over the one player. So here's the thing. I'll give you. So if you don't want to call it player empowerment, we can call it.
I just don't want to call it empowerment because when you think about what he did. I don't know that was empowering to players.
Sure it was, and I'll tell you why.
Away the ability for organizations to form teams. Is that what you're saying?
Right. So you took the power out of the organization's hands and put it into the players' hands. And I'll tell you so much so that you actually made this point earlier. But you was talking about the fans. You said that winning's not important as long as they made it to the finals, right? So even to the players, winning's not important. What's important is getting that max contract. That's way more important than hardware. You've even heard former NBA players talking about
always had the power to do it. I believe that players always had the power to say, "Oh, I want to team up with Larry Bird." They wanted to compete. That's all that I'm trying to tell you.
Now, here's the thing.
They could have demanded trades.
Right now, we have a whole lot of power. We have the ability to do a whole lot of things. But until one person becomes the martyr and does it, no one's gonna buck the status quo. We do things 9 out of 10 times. Everything that we do is out of social norms. So he broke the norm, which allowed everyone else to say, "Hey, if this guy can do it, we'll do it too." So
it made it the new norm.
Yeah, there you go.
Which is what Iman was saying. He said the fact that LeBron did it because even this comment on screen from K-Sun, he said Boston teamed up first. Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, both they did form a big three in Boston. That is true, but no one was going to look at that and say, "I'm going to copy that," because that wasn't a LeBron level player or Michael Jordan level player. What Iman was saying is the fact that LeBron did it is what made everyone else follow because LeBron was the leader. He was the face of the NBA at the time.
Also, think about it
so remember I said he was right and wrong.
Think it's empowerment. Think about when 12 people run a red light, right? And they're all getting away with it, and that 13th person gets pulled over by the cops. That person can't say LeBron. No, I'm just saying they weren't empowered to run the red light. They were following that person. That's not empowerment. You're a follower. That's not empowerment when that 13th person gets pulled over. In the analogy, contrast Kevin Durant when he teamed up with Steph Curry and how people treated him for it.
Again, everything comes with a cost.
LeBron did.
Well, hold on. Let me say this.
Kevin Durant empowered. That's just what I want.
Let me. He was empowered. He left in free agency, but it is. You do got to give LeBron credit for player empowerment era, but player empowerment is what's part of what's diminishing the NBA. It was a bad thing, but you got to give LeBron credit for it because he was the guy that said, instead of me staying here in Cleveland and suffering with them not bringing me the help that I need, don't want to spend no money, I just leave and I negotiate with players that are free agents because they're my friends, and I team up with them. That does give you some type of player empowerment because everyone was thinking like, dang, we can do the same thing. Kevin Durant and Steph Curry and Draymond Green was like, I can call Kevin Durant when he's a free agent and say, we got money for you. Why don't you come over here and we can, you know what I'm saying, we can do whatever. And what, you know, LeBron.
Well, let me give you the flip side of that too. Now let's say you're an organization like, I don't know, Milwaukee, and you want to keep your star. Now you let him dictate moves that you would have never made. You'd have never brought Dame in. You'd have never done that.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? But so now, yeah, he'd have never got two contracts.
But Jay, you know what else actually proves that player empowerment was a thing is the fact that they went to the CBA and made a rule to combat player empowerment. They were saying, hey, look, we're going to make it an incentive for you to stay with your ball club, especially if it's a small market. You can sign for more of a max deal with your ball club than you can if you leave in free agency. So player empowerment was a real thing, but Dominque is also right that, you know, it ain't nothing to smile about.
That's all I'm trying to say. I just think the word is wrong.
Well, like I was saying earlier, though, as far so them two things right there, the player empowerment era, plus and I said it earlier, analytics and David Stern's global plan to broaden up the it's a whole of things that makes NBA more. So you can break it down like this: making more money for the league is ruining.
Adam Silver getting him. Adam Silver. It's Adam Silver. Don't talk about his league like that.
It probably is, but I mean, even Wilt Chamberlain was, you know, not on his original team. I mean, this just goes so far back, and I hate when we try to. It's like we revise history to give LeBron these extra accolades that I don't think that is deserved.
It's not about giving. It's not about giving him. It's not about giving him extra accolades. So again, Jordan ended his career on a different team when he came back. What I'm saying is, when LeBron did what LeBron did, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. That opened up an era. It ushered an era when everybody started playing and followed the league.
Did that again. I don't think anybody ever made a spectacle of them changing their team.
Nobody's ever had a show. Nobody's ever had
teams at a higher level and more often.
Nobody's ever had a show of it, but when these free agencies and all these big superstar players and their free agencies line up, what do they call it? Super free agent frenzy. It has a name.
You're right. But I just want to know, you're a Kevin Durant fan, Chris. You're a Kevin Durant fan. So how did it make you feel when he was
talking about? We're not talking about this.
We're talking about player empowerment. That's what we're talking about. And so I just want to understand, why is LeBron empowered and why did he create this? Yet the player empowerment, it didn't quite, nobody's calling it player empowerment when Kevin Durant did it. All the kinds of things.
Sure they are.
It's still player empowerment because
they called him as a result of it.
Just because that's what they called him doesn't mean it's not player empowerment.
I don't think it's player
comes with a price.
To do what your contract says that you're allowed to do.
Player empowerment.
Sure it is, because up until that point, when a superstar, up until that point in this sport and in NFL or whatever, when a superstar contract ends or nears the end, the automatic assumption was we read this up. You're going to be here until
an automatic assumption. You're talking about one player that did that. Michael Jordan stayed with his team. There were players that stayed with their team, but not everybody did. That's all that I'm trying to say.
Dominique, hold on. Dominique, both of y'all are right.
Yeah.
right? Because listen, I'm about to break it down, and I'm open the phone line. Well, I'm gonna let Zoe go, then I'm open the phone lines up. But listen, Dominic, you're right, and Jay, you're right as well. But y'all got your wires crossed. What Jay is saying is what was, and this is his exact words. He said the social norm, and the social norm for a player of LeBron's caliber, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, those guys.
Now I'm disputing that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will
hold
Chamberlain.
on. Let me say that. Let me just say this, because he's an exception to every rule, right? So Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and no one was trying to be like Kareem. Everyone was trying to be like Mike. So the social norm for top players like LeBron and Kobe was to stay with their team.
Was it a social norm though when you're playing for Boston and the Lakers? So we kind of have to take. So
I can give you more names: Patrick Ewing, David Robinson.
Hold on a second, because when you have Michael Jordan, who created and sort of built that Bulls franchise, he is, to me, the exception. He was the exception. He wasn't already a part of an organization that had it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Boston always had it all together. So when the team,
but Dominique,
they gave the blueprint.
But hold on, Dominique, they gave the blueprint to LeBron, who went to a team just like Chicago. The team that Cleveland was. Hold on, Dominique. The team that Cleveland was the exact team that Chicago was when LeBron got. when Jordan got there. So what I'm saying is, the blueprint was made, right? No, it was not normal for guys in their prime to say, you know what, I'm about to go team up with this guy, right? Jordan and them didn't do that.
Abnormal. It was just Jordan that didn't do it.
Well, hold on.
I don't count Larry Bird because he didn't play for an organization
Dominique,
wanted to leave.
It's two pieces to that. It's one leaving in free agency and one teaming up with another superstar. Kareem didn't go team up with Magic. They drafted him after he already went to the Lakers. Right. So
Lakers is still a storied franchise prior to Kareem getting there.
He left Oscar. So listen, Kareem left Milwaukee to go to LA, not thinking that it was going to get Magic Johnson. He didn't know they was going to have a superstar. LeBron
was a contender prior to Magic Johnson.
LeBron made it okay not to just leave in free agency as a superstar, leaving his throne, but he also made it okay to go team up with another guy that was on his level in their prime. Right. So that's the social norm. That's the social norm that Jay is talking about, that LeBron broke and made it okay for people like Kevin Durant to say, oh, shoot. So you're going to value my contributions when I go join Steph Curry and win a ring, and it's just going to be just like when Michael Jordan stayed with the Bulls. Well, I know y'all go value it because y'all value LeBron doing it. So now it's normal for superstars like me, top 3 player in the league, to leave and then join up with another superstar who's also top 5 in the league. So that's what he made normal.
I can concede that LeBron made it normal to have super teams in this era, but I can't concede that it was a social norm prior to that. Michael Jordan changed it. He changed that idea, and that became the standard. And then LeBron was what? Compared to whom? Michael Jordan. And he could not take those comparisons, and that's why this has happened.
Correct. And he empowered players after him to do the same thing.
Those same decisions. I think that's what the divide is. I agree with everything that you just said, but I think the difference was that after he did it, people did it more and more and more. It became more frequent. So at the time, I think that
so all I was saying is it ushered in the era.
So you had to do it in order to compete with LeBron, because he's going to the finals 10 times in a row as a result of controlling the entire league. You have to do it in order to compete. That's what you had to do. I don't even know that that's what players wanted to do. I don't believe in my whole heart that Kevin Durant and Steph Curry wanted to team up. I think that they wanted to stop LeBron, and that's why they got together. That's what I believe, but that's what they had to do. They had to do. They're like, hey, you know what? F him. He's out here, galvanizing every star in the league. We have to stop this. Why don't we do it too? It's not about empowerment, guys. You have to understand how much collusion is happening in the NBA. Collusion.
Well, hold on. You're saying different things. We know it's collusion. We agree on that. Collusion was going on. We agree with that. But it's still empowering players to do something that was outside of the social norm. It was not normal for Michael Jordan level players to leave and go join up with Larry Bird level players. That was not normal. He did it.
Nine times out of 10, when a superstar left a team, it was because the team had turned the page on the superstar at that particular time.
Correct.
And with LeBron and moving forward, he wasn't the only one, because you could say you could think about Shaq leaving Orlando to go to LA. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying?
Every single era had it. That's why I'm combating it, but I'm not going to boil the ocean because the data is there.
All right, so super chat, not super chat, but a cash out from Posh King, man. I appreciate you, brother. $14 super chat. He said, not super chat, but cash app. He said Iman was right on everything. And we got a phone call. This caller is from North Carolina. Caller from North Carolina, go ahead.
Hey, y'all, check this out, man. So I hate to admit this, right? And don't think by any stretch of the imagination I agree with what you guys say. But I have to say this. I'm coming out the closet with this one, no Diddy. But Luka Doncic is a terrible defender, man.
What? Thank you.
I just realized it. I just realized this shit.
That boy done seen the light.
Yeah, Chris, my man.
Welcome, brother. Welcome to the path of enlightenment, my brother.
Man, that's crazy. How you just not realizing that though?
You still online?
Did we lose him? Chris, you still on here? Yeah, I think we lost Chris.
That's Chris. Go.
His phone couldn't handle that truth bomb.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. All right, caller from Chicago. Go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say that the Boston Celtic thing is not true because KG wanted to go to LA. I don't remember him saying that Paul Pierce or Ray Allen called him to come play in Boston.
Okay, Dominique, you want to respond to that?
I'm good with that. He has openly stated that, the original idea was for him to go to LA and play with Kobe. That's what he wanted to do. So, and again, I don't think anybody on this panel believes that Boston was a super team. Those guys were outside of their prime.
No, I believe it. No, they was at the end of their prime, and then there was a super team by my definition. Okay. But when KG hurt his knee, that took him out of his prime, and that they wasn't a super team anymore.
He was the key piece, especially defensively on that super team.
I don't remember Kevin Garnett saying that he called Paul Pierce to get together.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think there was a super team
by Boston design, but Boston designed that team, not the player.
I'm just saying I think there was a super team. That's all.
Here's the thing that people.
Okay, I want you guys to name me some players before Michael Jordan who teamed up to go play with each other. So Michael Jordan didn't start the norm; it was already the norm.
What, the team up? But that's different conversation. We're not. What we're saying is, so this conversation started from Iman saying that LeBron made it okay for superstars of his level to go and team up with other superstars on his level, right? While they was in their prime. Now, what the norm was everyone tried to do it. If like say for instance, all five of us are considered superstars, right? And we on the same level, right? We all wanted to compete against each other and beat each other, right? So we would go find someone that's a little bit lesser than us as a co-star to build a team with, right? That's what everyone was doing. Jordan he got Pippen, Magic had James Worthy, Bird had McHale. Everybody had their co-star. Stockton had Malone, or Malone had Stockton. I'm sorry. Barkley had Kevin Johnson, right? Olajuwon had Olajuwon really didn't have a lot of help, but Vernon Maxwell would be, you know what I'm saying? But everyone that was a superstar was like, let me build my team. I get a co-star and I get role players, and then I'm just go roll the ball out and see if we can beat each other, right? Now, what LeBron did, that was the norm. What LeBron did is said, okay, let me take three people out of this panel that are superstars, are in their prime, and I'm gonna team up. They wasn't doing that before LeBron. What they was doing is, I try it the way you're supposed to do it first. And if it doesn't work when I'm at the end of my career, maybe I go join some other old dude that didn't win, or one that did win, like Clyde Drexler when he joined Olajuwon, or Barkley when he joined Olajuwon, or Pippen when he joined Olajuwon, or Barkley when he joined Olajuwon, or Shaq when he joined the Celtics and the Phoenix Suns and the Cleveland Cavaliers. When they were old and past their prime, let me go piggyback with another superstar and see if it'll work. That way, all right, yeah, I'm riding someone's coattail to a ring, but it is obvious, right? But now what they're doing is, before they even try, if they fail for 5 years, they still in their prime, they teamed up and they skipped the process of going through the grind all those years like Kevin Garnett did, and say, I got 1 or 2 more years of prime left. Let me try to get a ring before I retire. That's how you're supposed to do it. That's respectable. Right? But that's not what LeBron and them did. LeBron said, man, bump that. We not waiting. We got to catch Kobe because he already got 5.
But we're also, seeing LeBron, right? He took on every single role in an organization, from player, coach, GM, like he's doing all those functions. So players of the past, they let the organization do their job. And I think that that's the clear distinction. There were always super teams, right? But they were built by the organization and not the player.
Correct. Shout out to Jimmers Pro, man. You and you're right, man. They did it at the tail end. And that was the respectable way, man. But thank you, caller from Chicago. I appreciate it, bro.
And here's the conversation that people always, the details that people always tend to forget about the 08 Celtics. Both KG and Ray Allen were traded to that team. It wasn't a free agent walk. It wasn't a free agent signing, right? KG had done 12 years in Minnesota. Ray Allen had did 11 across 2 teams before they even got traded. They were already on the backside. Right, KG probably had a couple years left. Ray Allen maybe had a couple years left as a feature, a feature player. And then they drafted Rondo either that year or the year after, right?
No, Rondo was there before all of them. Rondo got there when Pierce was hurt and missed the season. He got there with Kendrick Perkins and Al Jefferson. Yeah,
6.
I don't know,
but either way, like that was the proper way of building a team, through the draft and through trades, right? Those superstars said, hey, my contract's up. I'm walking and I'm going to join Paul Pierce, right? That's a huge key fact that people like to overlook when saying that Boston was the first super team. I can't call them a super team because they weren't built how Miami.
They were a super team, though. It doesn't matter how you got built. If you got 3 superstars, you're a super team.
And
hold on, we can't. Are we still calling KG and Ray Allen superstars at that point?
That was
basketball. Yeah. Like
they were still in their prime.
And that's not the only way to be a super team neither, to me. If you got 2 superstars and
Antonio was well built. 3
through 9 are very serviceable people, you can still be a super team. You could backdoor your way to a super team.
No, I just got different definition. But Dominique, and you my dog, and you part of Man Down, but it's a super chat. I'm gonna read it. I don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? Your energy is
good. I'm good with it. I'm not always gonna have popular takes, right?
Yeah. Your energy is fantastic tonight. Your energy is fantastic. But I read it. Thanks for the super chat. I often like Dominique takes, but she's been a bit annoying right now, man. She's doing what we're supposed to do on this show.
That's what we do.
Yeah, we challenge each other, and we challenge each other's ideas, and we have different perspectives. But guess what we do after the show? We all in the group chat laughing and talking. And we all love each other, man. So is she doing what she's supposed to do? I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what she's doing.
Shout him out real quick. Shout out to you, Junior, because feedback is a gift, critical or positive.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna tell y'all what she's doing, and everybody missed it except for me. And Dominique is my dog, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what she's doing. She said, "Listen, what she's not gonna do is give LeBron James credit for anything." He downplay empowerment. It won't be him. and that's look. And I realized that early on in the conversation. I said, "Boy, hey, I love it."
She ain't letting him ride. She's not gonna let it ride.
All right. Hey, did I have
She said somebody else did that.
Hey, I got 2 callers on the line. I'm gonna go with the caller from Texas first. Go ahead, brother.
Hey, what's going on? This is Bixie Luke, man.
What's
I
good?
just want to hit on what Dominique said. I agree with him on as far as I don't like mixing the super teams with the player empowerment. There's been plenty of super teams in our history, right? Regardless if the team built it or these guys joined when they was old, like when Scotty and Barkley joined Olajuwon. Of course, that was an old super team, but they created a super team. What LeBron did when they was basically almost in their like first, second contract. All these guys the same draft class. He joined up 3 guys that was in his draft class based on their first time being free agents. That's what he did. And if he made it all right, then why did KD get killed for it when he joined the other team based on his first free agency contract?
Yeah,
nobody else has done this.
Now you're right. You're right. KD thought it was all right.
KD
go ahead.
KD got killed for KD got killed for it simply for one reason, because he joined the team.
I got you. Because the KD fan, and this is what killed me too about it.
Yeah.
It was, first off, it was the team that just broke the record for the best record in regular season history. It was the team that you had on the ropes, and they just beat you to get to the finals.
No, not quite. That's the excuse they use.
Right.
What it really was you are taking rings that the king should be getting.
From LeBron.
No,
that's all it was about.
That's the real deal. But people was like, well, this is free food because that's cheap that you just. So hey, Miami never beat Cleveland, so it's okay for LeBron to do this. But you just lost to this team, and then you went to them. It was free food. It's easy.
But think about it though, Chris. To me, it's free food too. These are semantics. These are little picky like excuses, like Mel is saying, that give people like equity to say these things. But when LeBron went to Miami Heat, Dwayne Wade already won a title, and that man was in his draft class. How is that okay?
Right.
So I know that. All I'm trying to say is that like we do these little things and we try to make excuses for it, and it's all semantics. It's both wrong, and it's equally.
It's gonna be okay. It's always gonna be okay if it's the player that you like or the team that you like. For instance, I'll switch a whole different sport. I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. And
you don't
somehow we get Derrick Henry next year. I'm not gonna say, hey, they stacking the deck. I'm gonna say that's a damn good business decision. You get what I'm saying?
It's different for football though.
Yeah, hey, Jake, go to Cowboys. But let me add one other piece. So if he started his empowerment, tell me what was the next athlete after KD that did the same thing, almost their first free agency, tried to join his boys and create a team. Name the third team, the third person that did the same thing that LeBron supposedly opened up this empowerment thing. What's the next team?
KD again, Harden and
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
No.
Next question, please.
That's third contract. Kyrie had already been with 3 other teams. I'm talking about it took players off the first team he was drafted by and joined the team in the middle of their prime. Not three different contracts down the road.
Look, I'm with you. You got
semantics. Hey, while you moving that goalpost, I got a couch that need to be moved too.
Yeah, that was great. No, I'm not moving the goalpost. You said he opened up player empowerment. He did something nobody else did. The only person that came close to their first free agent contract joining a team to make a super team was KD. All these other guys on the third and fourth contract, that's the same thing Barkley and Scotty did. If you want to say that. Who did what LeBron did?
Hold on.
Who did what LeBron did?
Hold on. What?
But then they made it attractive, like what you
KD
said,
did what LeBron did.
But also, Mel, so the caller's point, and I like where he's going with it, but what you said about like the contracts and the CBA and how they went to teams to make it more attractive to stay, it was about money. Think about Dame Dollar. Think about all these other guys that got these super max contracts to stay with their team. So it gave these players an incentive. It was no longer about winning. You were either looking to win and build a super team like Kevin Durant because he was concerned about legacy and all these kinds of things, or you were looking for the big payday. Those are the only 2 things that are happening right now in today's NBA.
All right,
And-
Texas. Thanks for the call, bro. I got Chris on the line, man. I'm gonna let him go, man. I appreciate it.
Go ahead, holler at Chris.
All right,
Good
thanks,
talk
bro.
with y'all.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Chris,
Hey,
go ahead.
already.
Go ahead. Last call. Chris, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I meant what I said about the Luka thing, man. That defense is trash, man. It's really bad.
We was
How
trying
you
to
fig- how you figured that out?
It was watching that for one, they record, and looking at that Jazz game last week, like I said, yeah, man, it's over for the Mavericks, man. And then they lost defenders, man. They Luka needs a team full of defenders and shooters, man.
Correct.
Or it's not gonna work.
Correct.
It's just like with Trae Young. Trae Young's a great player, but if
That's
you
what
don't
he needs.
surround him with defenders, he's cooked.
Absolutely. They the same. They the same to me as far as play. The offensive machines, and they run the system through them. But if you don't surround them with people who can play defense and shoot the basketball, the team is pedestrian.
Yeah, it's bad, bro.
Um,
But what's the difference?
Chris, how long ago we told you this though?
I mean, look, man. y'all like to talk, but at the end of the day, Luka took his team to the finals. And this reminds me of when I cooked one of Mel's subscribers in the comments one time when he said AD was better than Luka, and I said, how was AD better than Luka when AD is a number one option? When he was in New Orleans, the farthest place he got you was to the second round. Luka Doncic has proven as a first option, as the man on his team, he can get you to the Western Conference Finals twice, and he can get you to the finals. So I don't want to hear no AD better than Luka because that's cap.
It's so much more involved in that, bro.
Yeah.
It's so much more involved in that.
It's not.
But it
not.
really is, man. But that's a whole different argument for a whole different day, man. Championships and championship appearances are organizational. New Orleans ain't gonna go anywhere. I don't care if you gave them the 85 Bears, the motherfuckers wouldn't make the playoffs in football. It's just the organization, bro. It's the organization.
Why don't people respect finals appearances anymore? The only time people respect a finals appearance is when we talking about Allen Iverson. That's the only time people want to.
I think they are. I think they are respected, but again, winning at a high level is an organizational accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? It takes so much more than whoever the number one player is. That's why I don't give championships or lack thereof championships as much credit or emphasis as other people, because it starts at the top. It starts with the owner and GM, in my opinion.
Chris, let me ask you this. Besides the Olympics, right? What organizational sport praises second place? Think about, I can't remember if it was the Vikings or the Bills. It was one of them. Made the Super Bowl 4 times in a row.
It was the Bills.
And lost each one of them. Nobody glorifies second place.
LeBron fans do.
You can make the finals as many times as you want.
That's not true. Second place is glorified all the time in basketball. Also, third and fourth place is
LeBron fans.
We gonna get to a whole bunch of second place dudes in a minute on this next segment, man. But what I want to do really quick though.
Now remember, in college basketball, you get a banner for making the Final Four, and one of those teams is going to finish in fourth place. So in basketball, you got a history of second and third place and fourth place being celebrated.
Hey, is this AI for real? No, I'm saying, he said if AI had Kyrie at the number 2, he would have gotten the chip. Against the Lakers, probably not, man. The Lakers was undefeated. They lost one game that whole playoffs, man.
That's what I'm about to say.
That'd have been a little team. That'd have been a little team.
Yeah, that backcourt would have been.
Nobody beating the Lakers out. Hey, I hope this next topic with Michael Jordan is about. They said Michael thought about coming back, to beat LeBron as his rookie year. So I hope that's what y'all talking about. But I'm gonna let y'all go. Go ahead, man.
Chris. Yeah.
All right, appreciate it, Chris.
So there was some comments. It was one comment that said, so everybody got a different definition of what a super team is, right? And I did a video that y'all can find. It didn't get a lot of views, man, but if y'all can go find this video, I broke down what my definition of a super team is, and it's basically 3 superstars, and not just superstars, but number 1 franchise leading players that are superstars in their prime, and they can't be before their prime. And what constitutes is before your prime is you get a young guy like Westbrook, KD, and Harden who don't know how to win yet. They're before their prime. They might be super talented. They might be superstars in the future, but at that time, they were either not superstars, like Harden and Westbrook was not superstars, KD was, but they were before their prime. So those 3 together does not constitute as a super team. And being past your prime means that, you know, you're Barkley, Scottie Pippen, and Hakeem Olajuwon. You can't even play 10 games without missing 5 for being injured. Like you can't count superstars that's past their prime just because they just don't got the juice like that no more. They're going to get outran by younger dudes and stuff like that. But a superstar in their prime who are proven number 1s, who's carried teams successfully as a number 1, like Ray Allen did in Milwaukee, or what like he did in Seattle, or like Pierce did with the Celtics, and like Garnett did with the Minnesota T-Wolves. You got 3 guys who are number 1 franchise carrying players, successful franchises, all in their prime still on one team. That is a super team, right? Super is the key word in the word super team, and you have to have superstars to be a super team, not all-stars, not Hall of Famers. You have to have superstars to be a super team, and 3 of them is very crucial because there are only about 10 in the entire league. So if you got 3 of them, you got a third of them on your team, you're going to have an unfair advantage over almost everybody. That's why super teams is a big deal. And that's why players that are in the GOAT discussion don't try to form super teams, because you're making it easy on yourself. Go ahead.
Mel.
I love how we both raised our hands.
By that definition, Mel, then Kevin Durant's Warriors was not a super team.
If you think Klay is a superstar, then they were. If you don't think Klay is a superstar, then
Klay was an all-star.
They wasn't. Okay. Well, I ain't got no argument with it. I'm just saying it's so close, because even with Kevin Love, it's close. It depends on if you think Kevin Love was a superstar or not. So if Kevin Love is a superstar to you, then there was a super team in Cleveland. And if Klay Thompson was a superstar to you, then there was a super team with the Warriors. But
because Klay was also not the one either.
He hasn't proven that he can be a 1.
Proven that he could be a 1 because he's.
I'll give you the Kevin Love, because Kevin Love was the 1.
Yes.
Was he a 1 on a successful squad though? Was he a successful number 1? Because Ricky Davis was a number 1 in Cleveland before LeBron got there. That don't mean he was a superstar. You had to be a number 1. Gerald Wallace.
Gerald Wallace was a number 1.
Yeah. You just can't be a pseudo number 1. You have to be a number 1 that can actually carry your team.
Make some noise.
Interesting.
Go ahead, Dominique.
I think I had a question and I forgot.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I thought it was cute because Chris and I both raised our hand like this.
I instantly thought about it.
Hey, this is a funny comment right here for 3 reasons.
Mayo. Okay, that's
Mayo.
one.
Mayo got the wrong definition of a super team.
Hey, he halfway through his crown right now.
Chris
Josh wasn't a superstar.
Wasn't a superstar.
Right, he wasn't. he wasn't. Because I don't know who Chris Josh is.
If that's 2, what's the third one?
His name I agree that Bosh has never been a superstar.
Nah, man, Bosh was a superstar.
Bosh was cold in Toronto.
So Toronto was successful?
They made the playoffs.
Yeah.
So now making the playoffs is successful?
Yes.
Yes.
That was that's at least one team. That's your goal, at least. At the bottom tier, your team wants to at least make the playoff. So that could be
number 1, obviously, is a championship. But if you can't achieve that, being in contention for a championship. That's number 2. If you, for some reason, the conference is so stacked that you couldn't make the playoffs, but you had a winning record, then that was number 3.
You just want to change.
That was how you categorize if you were successful.
I never seen a scale go down the sliding board. We call that a sliding scale, but it's cool.
Oh man, y'all want to get to the next topic? The next topic gonna be fun, y'all.
Let's do it.
All right, so Jay sent me something. You know what? Before we go, I forgot to tell y'all that Shumpert got some heat for this, right? On Twitter, Eddie Johnson. I mean, he was a really good shooter that played for Phoenix. He played for Houston, I think, too, as well. Eddie Johnson was a straight up shooter, man. But his response to Iman Shumpert saying this was no loyalty also is ripping the very guy that gave a spotlight to your career by carrying you in at 3.3 points a game during the title run in 2015-16. People forget, don't they? Podcast heaven. And I think he put a link to his podcast. Iman replied, I didn't realize you was a real account. If you are a goofy.
No, he was like, if you are a real account, you goofy.
If you are goofy for not being able to admit he started the trend. He did, and you weird for looking up F.
Yeah, he just.
I think the F was a typo.
You weird for looking up stats like it got something to do with what I said. And then on the right side, some of the people that was commenting, trying to point to all these other squads that was also supposed to be super teams, but you got Karl Malone at 40. And
I can't believe they put that one on there.
Hold on, Karl Malone and Gary Payton.
Things, man. Come on, man.
They put that on there. I can't believe they
Karl
put that
Malone and Gary Payton. Get that out of here. Kareem was organic.
Kareem was 1,000 years old. James Worthy was never a superstar. You know what I mean?
Team Charles and Scotty, please.
Old as a wolf pussy. I mean, come on, man.
What?
I think that was. I think all of those are super teams. And
Jay, stop.
Because you said the keyword. Hold on, time out. Can I finish? I finish?
Sir,
you said the
yes,
keyword is super and not team. So
most
of those teams right there are super old. So they still super team. If the keyword is super, they just super old team.
They trying to say they were super. They trying to say everything is a super team, man.
Yeah, they super old. Yeah, you're right.
Man, that's crazy.
But I wonder why in that graphic San Antonio wasn't put on there. San Antonio might be one of the most organic super teams.
How many superstars they have? How many superstars they have?
They had 2.
Which 2?
Tony was him.
Tony was not a superstar, bro.
No, the superstars was the Twin Towers.
Yeah, it was 2, and some awesome pieces around it to make them be able to, now they would have been what I call the pseudo super team. I'll tell you another one that never won a championship. Pedro Stojakovic and them boys down in Sacramento.
They had one superstar.
And David Stern for that.
They had one superstar in Sacramento.
Yeah, and that Portland team that had 2 of everything. They called it Noah's Ark.
They had one superstar, and that was Rasheed.
They had Pip
past his prime. They don't count. You can't be before or past your prime. You have to be Pip. Listen, Pip. Hold on. Pip was past his prime when he teamed up with Elijah Wan and Barkley. He went to Portland after that.
He wasn't past his prime. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't past his prime. He was out of shape when he went to Barkley. Now he played like shit that year.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. But look, listen. Let me.
It was a whole lot of.
Listen, 2 superstars in their prime is a dynamic duo. That's Stockton and Malone. That's Shaq and Kobe. That's Pippen and Jordan. But 3, that's a super team. All right. Yeah. 3 is definitely a crowd, man. That ain't how you spell J. But
and you can your leg can't be old. We going by birthdays, bro.
All right, let's get to this next topic, man. So Jay sent me something, right? It was a content creator, and I'm sorry if I can't remember the channel's name. I apologize, but he gave me a good idea. and he broke down. I'm gonna put his link to his podcast in the description, so y'all can go watch the full film. But he broke down how the landscape of the NBA and how other superstars' legacy would have been changed if Michael Jordan never existed, right? And I thought that was interesting because a lot of people life would change, right? So Michael Jordan had 6 rings. So that means that 6 rings to distribute amongst those superstars that was playing when he was playing. He had 5 MVPs that had to be distributed. And he got 10 scoring titles that would have went to someone else, right? So what I want to do is start with the scoring titles.
This is gonna
be
fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, right? So the scoring titles, well, I'm just taking the people that was number 2 when Michael Jordan got the scoring title. So that means overall, Dominque would have ended up with 4. Karl Malone would have ended up with 5, right?
Both of them are now instantly in the GOAT debate.
You think so? Okay, all right. So we go get there, right? So I just want to. All right, so that's the scoring titles, right? Then you get to the MVPs, right? So you already know Bird had 3 in a row, right? But it was one that he was behind Michael Jordan, so he would have ended up with 4 MVPs. Magic Johnson would have ended up with 4 MVPs as well. Clyde Drexler would have got 1. David Robinson would have had 2. And Karl Malone would have had 3 MVPs.
Hey, you got to,
right?
hey, before you say anything else, you got to get that man off of Pier 7. You got
So here's the big one with the rings, right? So his 6 rings. In 1991, he beat the Pistons. So if it wasn't for Jordan beating the Pistons would have played the Lakers in the finals. I'm assuming, and y'all can change my mind if you want to, but I'm assuming the Lakers get that ring, right? I'm assuming the next year
before that. They beat the Lakers the year before that.
Against who?
The Pistons beat the Lakers the year before that. That's how the Pistons got their second ring.
But this Pistons teams got swept by the Bulls.
No, the Pistons would have 3-peated.
I'm not so
Chris.
easy. Yeah, I'm not
Chris,
so easy.
They the 3-peated. Come on, Chris.
Yeah, I'm Jay, I'm with you. I'm not so easy to give that one to the Lakers.
I can't. I can't.
Dominque, what you think?
I don't know, but I'm gonna roll with the Pistons.
Okay,
right,
so we'll go to Pistons. Okay, cool.
Pistons 3-peat with
so that means Isaiah would have ended up with 3 rings.
And probably would have been on the Olympic team, but that's neither.
Isaiah would.
Like once you beat a team already, it's kind of like you keep beating them.
Yeah,
that's why the Warriors had to go out and get Kevin Durant.
You think the Lakers would have lost to the Pistons?
Yeah,
because they already lost.
So
the Pistons learned how to beat them, and once you can do that, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
I'll take that. So Isaiah ended up with 3 rings. Okay. The next year, Blazers would have played the Cavs. I'm saying the Blazers would have won that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. So Clyde did get 1 ring when he went and piggybacked with Hakeem, but he would have got this 1 ring in his prime. That would have probably changed some things. So
now Hakeem's got 2. I mean, not Clyde's got 2.
Well, maybe. I mean that's if he still would have went to Houston. But I think the most important thing is. Yeah, true. The most important thing is he would have got 1 in his prime. He was at the end of his prime when he joined the Rockets, but 1 in his prime would have changed.
Shooting guard discussion then.
Possibly, right? So that changed. Right?
You're right. You're absolutely right, Dominque.
Hold on. We got to remember this is if Jordan didn't exist. So there is no Michael Jordan is the number 1. Now we got to find out who the GOAT debate when we get through all this. Remember, there's no Jordan. Keep that in mind.
Correct. Right.
Go on.
So yeah, the best shooting guard we would have ever seen probably would have been Kobe, and then probably maybe Clyde would have been in that conversation. Iverson, Wade.
Can you say wait. If no Jordan didn't exist, does Kobe?
I don't want to do that butterfly effect that bad. I don't want to go that far, Dominque. I don't want to go that far, Dominque.
There's no Jordan. Who did he study?
No, but that's too much. No, that because then everything will change. You know what I mean? So I don't want to go. I don't want to go do the full butterfly effect, right? Because we won't have no fun with it, right? All right. So the next year, it would have been the Suns versus the Knicks. You know, I'm saying the Suns would have beat Patrick Ewing and them for that.
Now give Pat one, man. We got to give him one for the city.
I gotta get my. I'm going with my Knicks. I'm going with my Knicks. They wouldn't have beat Phoenix.
So everybody override me on the Knicks. So Pat get one then, right?
Oh, I'm going with Phoenix.
All right, so who all going? Phoenix? I'm going Phoenix.
I'm the Phoenix. I'm thinking. I think I would probably go with Pat. I think I'm gonna go with Pat. Let's get Pat one.
All right, so Pat gets
champions, guys.
Pat gets a ring, not Barkley. All right. When Jordan came back 95, 96, the Sonics would have played Shaq and Penny Magic in the finals.
Shaq and Penny.
I'm going Peyton. I'm going Peyton Kemp.
No.
A healthy Penny. We assume health. A healthy Penny.
A healthy Penny. Yeah. Healthy Penny.
Do y'all remember? Hold on. Do y'all remember Kemp? Sam Perkins, Debbie Shrimp, Hershey Hawkins.
Kendall, I do.
Come on, man.
Do you remember Orlando Shaq?
I'm trying to think though.
Orlando Shaq.
I think we're a little bit more of a mature team. So I got to change it. I have to change it because Orlando was young and they just.
They had Scott Styles. They had Nick.
The way that they lost
to Nick Anderson. They had Dennis Scott.
Nick Anderson.
Young
Dennis Scott.
Yep. You know what? I think
they
that
lost to Hakeem.
They had Horace Grant.
I think the sheer raw talent of Shaq at that age and Penny overcomes them being that young team. I think Shaq.
But it didn't against the Rockets. You have to remember that they did go to the finals, so they lost to a more experienced, more veteran team. So that's why I'm going to the Sonics.
I think Penny is just way too big for.
I know we're talking about the Sonics.
Penny way too big for the glove.
They had more experience.
And
that's why I want to believe that Orlando would be better because he's 6'8" point guard. How is the glove going to hold him?
That's what I'm saying. The sheer raw talent of Shaq and Penny at that time overcomes.
And they had veterans
against I just watched Shaq shit the bed. It wouldn't be Penny, it would be Shaq. That's the problem. When you see Shaq back then shit the bed against Hakeem the way that he did, I don't have the confidence that he would have been able to do anything with Sean Kemp.
All right, so I'm going Sonic. Who else going Sonic?
I'm going Magic.
I'm going Magic.
Sonic.
Jay, you the tiebreaker.
You already know I'm going with the Diesel.
Lord have mercy. All right, so Shaq and Penny get the ring. So
then does that mean Shaq ends up?
Then Shaq's at 5. Is Shaq in the GOAT conversation?
Shaq gets 5. Oh shit,
that's crazy. All right, so Jack
definitely in the GOAT center conversation with 5.
Because then it changes the narrative that Kobe carried him. And it changes the whole conversation for Kobe. You know that, right, Mel? You know that, big dog. You know it does.
We'll get there. Okay. So the next two is against Karl Malone, Utah Jazz. They would have faced the Heat the first year and the Pacers the next year. I'm saying Karl Malone and Stockton get both those rings.
Bike to bike.
Back to back.
Bike to bike.
Okay.
All
right. So
that was the best team. That was the best team in the league both of those years.
Yeah. So listen,
Jordan. They just ran into Jordan.
So listen to this. The player that would have been affected the most by Jordan not existing, in my opinion, would have been Karl Malone because he would have ended up with three MVPs, two back-to-back rings, 2 Finals MVPs, 5 scoring titles, and before LeBron passed him, he would have been number 2 all time in scoring behind Kareem.
And you know what? You know what the mailman would have been?
The GOAT.
The GOAT. Bottom line, he'd have been a baby touching GOAT.
Is there anybody else that y'all think career changes more than Karl Malone's?
Pat Ewing.
You can't let
now. Well, hold on. Say, but listen.
Everybody on the Knicks.
Before y'all changed the ring, the Lakers would have lost against the Pistons. I had the Lakers winning that, and that would have put Magic Johnson at 6 rings and 4 MVPs.
But does that make him the GOAT? Like I think
so
changes, these things definitely change the GOAT conversation completely. And I mean,
it-
LeBron's
well,
not even in
hold
it.
on.
When you think of
Now-
it, then LeBron's not even in it.
But now Isaiah got 3 as well. If you go the other way, right?
if you go the other way, Isaiah got 3.
If you go the other way, Isaiah's got 3. He probably goes to the Olympic team and gets the gold medals there.
Oh, he definitely in the Olympics.
He probably is the greatest point guard of all time.
He's probably the greatest point guard of all time.
Over Magic. Ooh, Magic had 4 rings though.
It would be a debate though. Right
It
now,
would-
it's
it is a debate now. I mean, I got him number 2. I'm not
do.
other. Okay.
You do, but mainstream media doesn't.
Both
even
of them.
talk
Ain't
about
neither one of
Isaiah
them.
anyways.
Ain't neither one of them. Ain't neither one of them the greatest PG of all time. Just because they kissed before they game. You know what I'm saying? Nope.
Wait,
No,
hey, so Mel, go down Dominique's stats if there's no Jordan, real quick.
Well, if there's no Jordan, Dominique, he don't have no ring still, but he would have had 4 scoring titles.
No
Right.
MVPs?
No MVPs, no.
Nah, Dominique wouldn't be up there.
He
team was not good enough.
And only Stockton only thing that changes for Stockton is the ring count.
2 rings, yeah.
It'd probably be Karl Malone. Karl Malone has the most to gain from this.
I do have a question though. Where do you think Scottie Pippen would have gone? Do you think he stays with the Supersonics?
Probably.
Because that makes them a crazy team then.
Probably.
I mean, but doesn't because Michael Jordan.
because he might packaged in the Supersonics. It still would have been Sean Kemp team featured heavily on Gary Payton. Well, we'd have never seen Pippen sprout. We'd have never seen it. He'd have just been a serviceable role player.
Now, Mel, to that comment that was just on the screen, we counting that or we just
no?
Okay. I just had to make sure. So straight accolades, yeah, Karl will probably benefit the most, and there's argument that Karl could probably be the GOAT.
So Karl, and then if it would have went one way, Magic with this 6 rings, but if it went the other way, Isaiah with his 3 would have had the most change. I think with Bird, nothing changes except he has 4 rings instead of 4 MVPs instead of 3.
Yeah, Boston was already done winning their rings.
Yeah,
I think Charles gets that monkey off his back and becomes a different person with that 1 ring.
Yeah, that's possible too. But I mean,
Charles listen, the worst thing that happened to Charles Barkley is he went to Phoenix and seen the gorilla and said, "Hey, I could be shaped like that," and then he did.
Yeah, I mean, in the real world, of course, everything that happens affects everything afterwards. So yeah, of course,
it would.
Kobe wouldn't have been studying Michael; he would have been studying everyone else, and not Michael. So this game would have looked different. Yeah, in the real world, but we don't want to go that far. I mean, it's already a hypothetical. We don't want to complicate it and do a full butterfly effect and be like, shoot, well, if Michael Jordan exists, well, I would never have a ball head. I would probably have a toupee. Like, I don't want to go that far, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
that's where you went. That's where you went.
All right.
Mel just doesn't want to get to that Kobe combo.
Wait.
Let's get into the Kobe
let's
combo.
Talk about it.
I think we need to be respectful. R.I.P. Kobe, one of the greatest players we ever saw, and we're never going to see it again.
That's a fact.
Although Kobe spent most of his career being Robin and the Shaq.
Y'all want to take a phone call on this? Let's take 1 or 2 phone calls, y'all. Let's take 1 or 2.
2 phone calls.
Yeah, 2 phone calls.
This was
take 1 or 2.
This was dope though.
Isaiah
Karl Malone with 2 rings and 3 MVPs. It's crazy.
So now who becomes the ring standard? Because now there's nobody with 6, right?
Well, Magic would have got 6 if y'all wouldn't have overrid me. He would have had 6. But then again, listen.
Boy, I ain't never overrid you. Relax.
Who would y'all say is the best power forward of all time? Would it be Malone or Duncan?
Duncan.
If Malone had 3 MVPs and 2 rings and number 2 all time in scoring,
is he better than Timmy D?
Timmy ended up with what? 5.
Timmy ended up with 5. No,
if Malone is a winner, and I would say even if he might have only had 1 title, he might be greater than Tim Duncan, perhaps.
Yeah,
I refuse to answer that question.
But Timmy has no MVPs, no.
Nah, he got one. Timmy got an MVP.
He got an MVP. So
Yeah,
5
he
rings, 1 MVP. How many Finals MVPs did he get? He got them.
He got 2.
Yeah,
But he has no scoring titles. He's got no, like, Karl Malone was that guy. And I'm not saying Tim Duncan wasn't.
That's not a knock to Tim Duncan because he played in a system and he was a system guy.
Correct. Correct. And I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, the system was
I'm
never
putting
built
Karl
for.
Malone's run. I'm putting like his cachet, his style of play, the athleticism that he brought to the game, and the scoring. I mean, he was number 2 all time in scoring too. That I think it does need to matter. Those scoring titles that he got. Didn't he get how many scoring titles did he have? Tim Duncan was not. He wasn't a big scorer.
But you can't forget the eye test though. Like Tim Duncan was a bucket purely, and he where it was, and he could always get that mid range, that post game. That was Tim Duncan's.
That's what I'm going off of is that eye test. Watching Karl Malone,
Tim
they
was number 2 though.
The Bulls should have lost that finals. They should have. but they ran into Michael Jordan.
Facts. All right, so we got Funky Town on the line. What's up, brother?
Hey, y'all on fire tonight.
Appreciate it.
I want to give y'all props on that. Absolutely.
Appreciate
you. You got it. Hey, this is a definite. This takes a supercomputer to try to figure out what y'all trying to do right now on this fest. I don't think y'all truly understand the footprint of Michael Jordan, because the NBA is going to be behind. It's going to be probably neck and neck with the NHL in popularity. If you take away, people don't understand what he did. Like, I mean, everything, the style of play. Watch people play the way they play. Everything, it changes. No offensive, no illegal offense because he's not there to do it. This game is different. The whole game is different. Dominque hit it. Kobe Bryant doesn't have Michael Jordan tapes to look at in Italy to mimic his game off of. He's looking at his father's game. He's looking at Dr. J still, which is still great.
Mm-hmm.
But until you get somebody else that was filling them shoes, the NBA as it is today, it does not exist.
That's a fact.
I'm being straight up. Like,
no, that's
NBA
a fact.
does not exist.
But look, Jeff, we know that going into the conversation, but we know if we be that realistic, we can't even have a conversation. We're just trying to have some fun.
No, right. But I'm saying, like, with Malone, the thing that people forget, and Dominque kind of hit it just now on how they beat Malone. People forget until LaFleur, he was number 1 when it came to turnovers all time. See, there was weaknesses that he had. Yeah, he could score because he had Stockton's feet. That's in the style of play they played. He was. There's a reason Malone. There's a reason Malone. No. Man, there's a reason Malone got. Look at. Okay, hold on. All right, let's do this. Hold on, Funky Town. Let's do this real quick. Hold on, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this really quick, because Malone came into the league 1 year before Stockton, right? And then Malone was also All-American in college. I would like to see what Malone averaged in college, and I would like to see what Malone averaged as a rookie before Stockton got there, and not even just a rookie. His second year, what did he average? Because Stockton was a bench rider his rookie season. So what did Malone average his rookie season and his sophomore season without Stockton? Who was rookie of the year?
No. Just answer that question. As a matter of fact, I
don't know the exact stats, but I mean, he was okay. But I mean, he wasn't. I mean, he was a good player, but he wasn't like.
Right here. I got the stats right here.
What did he average his rookie season and his second season?
Rookie season, 14.9 points per game, 8.9 rebounds per game, 2.9 assists per game. Sophomore season, 21.7 points per game, 10.4 rebounds a game, 2.4 assists per game.
Okay. He was already
there his second season?
He was already that dude before Stockton got there.
No. Well, see, if there's 1 year between them, right? And again, everything was hierarchical back then. They didn't let rookies. Not every rookie got to come in and do what they wanted to do. You had a veteran you were behind or something like that. You had to play into a system. That happened, and that's why Stockton. I want to say it was by the end of his rookie season. He was the one. He was running that team.
Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. He said, I'm gonna pull up Stockton stats. Let me just show you this. So Karl Malone, 22 years old as a rookie. He was only taking 12 shots a game, averaging 15.
Mm-hmm.
His second year, he was taking 17 shots a game, averaging 22. His third year, when he started averaging 20 shots a game, he was averaging 28. His third year.
Right.
So
and he was starting to get that ball.
Hold on. Let me get to John Stockton. Let me see what year he came in. Right. Let me get to John Stockton and see what year he came in. Because I've done this before because I was curious myself.
Yeah, we definitely did it.
Right. So Karl Malone came in 85, 86.
Yeah. Oh, that was crazy.
And actually Stockton came in the year before Malone.
Stockton come in with Jordan? Did he come in with Jordan?
He came in 84, 85, right? But hold on. Stockton started 5 games his rookie season, right? So he
in 84, 85.
Yeah, he only started 5 games.
What did he do in 80? What did he do in 85?
Hold on. Let me get that. He started 5 games. He played all 82, but he only started 5, right? And he averaged 5 assists. 85, 86. He started 38 games, so he still wasn't a starter. And he averaged 7 assists, right? 86, 87, he started only 2 games. So, I mean, he regressed. He averaged 8 assists, right? 87, 88, Steven. Let's see what Karl Malone was doing 87, 88. 87, 88 was Karl Malone's first All-Star season. He played all 82 games. He shot the ball 20 times a game. That's the year he averaged 27. And when Malone points went up and his shots went up, mysteriously John Stockton's assists went up.
Yeah.
So who was he feeding?
Exactly.
So
who was he feeding?
So who affected
who was he feeding?
Hold on, who affected who? Who affected who? Because Karl Malone already showed he was him in college and in high school. When did we think John Stockton was him? When he joined Karl Malone, was John Stockton ever him in Gonzaga? No, he was never him. Was he ever him in high school? No.
But he was him. Hold on, he was him to Gonzaga.
No, he wasn't. He was not that. He was not that dude.
Wasn't Gonzaga back then.
He was not that dude, bro. Karl Malone affected Stockton more than Stockton affected him. As a matter of fact,
so Karl Malone's.
As a matter of fact, when Karl Malone got the ball in the post, Stockton got those assists, and all he did was throw it in the post to Malone, and Malone did a turn away fadeaway.
Right, that was his move.
Right. So Stockton got 6 or 7 assists, just throwing the ball to Malone in the post. That's not him setting Malone up. That's not him. I'm not anybody could have got them.
I'm
assists.
not disagreeing. Listen, it was a symbiotic situation. I'm not disagreeing that. I'm not saying that Karl Malone was a scrub. All I'm saying is he had a partner that was made sure he was the one who got fed.
Man,
he knew. But the thing there was a guy whose job was to make sure he got fed over everybody else on that team.
Hey man, when John Stockton was 39 years old and Jerry Sloan had him on minutes restriction, when Howard Isley got in the game, he was feeding Karl Malone the same exact way.
How long has he been playing basketball?
Bro, I'm just telling you, man.
I'm saying Malone. But okay, look at his turnovers.
Look at who turned over Malone's. He probably got
Malone.
Yeah.
Oh, ain't a probably. Yeah. He got a whole bunch. He led the NBA until
that's his knock.
He was the all-time leader until LeBron.
That's his knock. Hey, let me ask you a question. So what did Malone do that you say is his credit, and what did he do that you say? So you saying his points was the credit of Stockton, but his rebound?
No, I didn't say the credit. No, hold on. I'm not trying to say that it was all because what I'm saying is the style of play that he played in. He was able to get that ball, and a lot of times he was able to be unhindered on the post because Stockton and other players were pretty good on the outside.
But how did Malone survive in high school and in college? Like, how was he a noteworthy player before Stockton? Like, was he a good scorer in college?
He was averaging 18 and 9 in college.
He was okay, yeah. I mean, but you got to remember, like he went to what? Louisiana Tech. Tech, right?
Man, hey, look, I'm not.
Did he go to Tech?
I'm not with it, man. But
no,
go ahead.
what I'm saying, I'm saying that again, great player. What I'm saying is, if you take out Jordan, like you say, you just 97, 98, you take him out, yeah. But then go ahead and look at some of them other years when Jordan wasn't, when he really wasn't there. What happened in the West? What happened in 95 when Olajuwon was by himself?
Yeah, that's because Olajuwon is better than
in the West.
Olajuwon is better than Malone, though. They don't make a statement about Malone. Saying that Jordan is better than Malone or Olajuwon is better than Malone is not making a statement about Malone. They're just making a statement about Hakeem.
Right.
Yeah, no, well, not just him. It was San Antonio too. Yeah, but what was Malone doing to Shaq? What was Malone doing to Shaq, Eldon Campbell, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Rick Fox? What was Malone doing to those guys? Shaq couldn't get past him until Kobe showed up.
Oh, that's true. Again, at different times though. That's a different time set.
Man,
but in the prime, what we call that time period for his prime was 95, 96. Right? If Jordan is a year before he won in 91, then 92, all that's really we got to say that's his prime, right? Right? That's when he's supposed to come in and run things, right?
What year? Yeah. I agree.
Right? If Jordan won in 91, then 92, then that means that 92 should have been when Malone should have been running things.
Right.
He didn't make it to the finals or a West final until when?
Hold on, what's your point?
What I'm saying is, if he was going to be that dude, like what we're kind of saying, then he should have been on a trajectory. Like, okay, around 92, 93, it shouldn't have been Barkley in 93. It should have been the Jazz.
And why you think it wasn't the Jazz?
Because the Suns were hella better, along with some other teams.
So I mean, what I'm saying
is,
what does that say about Malone?
What I'm saying is Malone wasn't there. He was getting there, but he wasn't there. He came out of that same dream team. He got that same spark.
Listen, the West was so the West
the
had
Jazz
so
had
many good
organizational
teams
stability.
I'm not saying the point you're trying to make, though, Jeffrey. I don't see the point you're making. I mean, Barkley got to the finals once. Malone got there twice. Hakeem got there twice.
Right. And then Hakeem won.
I'm trying, but he didn't have to face Jordan. I'm trying to figure out what point you're trying to make. Patrick Ewing got there twice. Well, one time he was hurt when Allen Houston and Spurrier did it. Patrick Ewing got there once. David Robinson before Tim Duncan got there 0 times.
Well, okay, I guess what I'm trying to say
got there 0 times out of the West before Kobe.
Right.
Like I'm trying to figure out what your main point is against.
I'll make my main point is this.
All right, go ahead.
If Malone was that guy, the guy that was going to be the closest thing to Jordan at the time, okay, that means that the league would have been focusing on him more than they were already.
Well, Jordan was
and what
there,
I'm saying is, I don't believe that his game would have translated to success had he been the target of everybody. That I don't think he's doing what we're talking about. That's my point I'm making.
Where he was right behind Jordan for the scoring titles, and he was right behind Jordan for those MVPs. So, I mean, who was
the focus of the league when he was behind Jordan?
What actually happened is not consistent with what you're saying.
What it boils down to, Funky Town, really, is that Jordan was phenomenal, and that made teams try to focus on guard play, and
right.
You know what I'm saying? People but had Jordan not played, they would have been playing down low in the paint and all that.
You're still dealing with a big man league. If you're dealing with if Jordan's not there, you're still dealing with the big man league. Mm-hmm. The league is not the same, and what I'm saying is the ease at which it would have been much more difficult for him to get his game off if he had been that focal point. That's all I'm trying to say. if Jordan's not there, the league it's still a big man league. You're still having to slow the ball, slow it down, and feed the post. And he's sharing. There's another 7-footer in there to clog up the lane for him, and not no Greg Ostertag level. They're going for somebody bigger than that because you're still dealing with other bigs that you got like David Robinson and everything like that.
They had Mark Eaton, and he was defensive player of the year.
A big, slow, big blocker, but not much in the way of offense.
Well, let me say this before I let you go. Who was the number one on the Utah Jazz? Was it Stockton or Malone?
It's no question.
Oh, it was Malone. Absolutely. That's not even it was Malone.
Okay, so it's safe to say that Stockton's assist was probably more affected by the ability of Malone scoring more than it was vice versa. Like I'm gonna give you 55-45. We'll go that. I'll go that far. All right, man. All right, thanks, Funky Time.
Appreciate you, Funky Time.
All right, y'all got it.
That was a good
Boy,
topic.
Mel, do you remember our debates on that topic?
I do. Yeah. Had your mind changed a little bit on it?
I told you probably the year later I understood where you was coming from. While I do want Stockton to get more credit for what he was doing, your points made sense. I didn't want to say that, but I give credit what it's due.
I hate giving this man credit.
All right, that phone call was both the phone calls. Let's see if we get to some super chats. Did y'all enjoy that?
That was a good topic.
Hey, send me more stuff like that, y'all.
You know what? I already got the next one.
You do?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
What would the league how would the league be affected with no LeBron?
I mean, that's only fair that you go there.
How would the league affect LeBron? Who gets the MVPs? Who gets the championships?
Is LeBron ranked over Karl Malone with 2 rings? If Karl Malone got 2 rings, 3 MVPs, 5 scoring titles, and it looked like he'll be number 3 in scoring, LeBron will be number 1. How close? I mean, I think Karl Malone and Tim Duncan might be close to LeBron already as it is, and I think Tim Duncan might be above him, but
it definitely makes
Tim Duncan is over LeBron now. I would argue that Karl Malone is too, but obviously he didn't win a ring, and we value that, right? We value that on Man Down on this panel, and I just don't think that LeBron earned his rings. He might not have a ring if he was in the same era as Karl Malone.
You think he I think he earned that
that Cleveland ring is the only one.
That Cleveland one.
I'll give him that.
He is a one-time champion in my eyes.
I just think that there were so many circumstances that people don't appreciate it. But yes, he did earn it. I count all of LeBron's rings, but I just don't value them.
What about the in-season tournament?
Man, that shit is intramural.
It was created to pad LeBron's legacy. It was created to help the Lakers, to help LeBron.
You know what the in-season tournament is? Is when we have field day when we got them different teams.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, this will be the last call on this topic. Caller from New York, shut YouTube down in the background so I don't hear that echo. And go ahead, you got 30 seconds.
All right, I just want to say, man, y'all killing it tonight. Shout out to everybody. I want to say, even though that it would have boosted Karl Malone up, I feel like Tim Duncan he's Mr. Fundamental, so he still would have been the best power forward of all time, because when you look at the 5 rings, everything the team, like how Mel say, like, is about organization, who could have the best team around them and make win. Karl Malone couldn't get that done. They didn't build the team around him right. He couldn't get it done. So I give the best power forward of all time to Tim Duncan.
Hey, that's a fair. Now you're right. I respect it. Yeah, I respect it.
Only problem is that man, I'm the one that talk about the organization, man. That ain't Mel. That's me, bro. Don't get that man my credit.
Yeah, I just gave
but it's all good. It's
all right, New York, man. Thanks for the call, New York.
All right, man. You're ready.
All right. All right. Let's get to the super chat.
Mel was gonna take that credit too. So Mel was like, "Yeah."
I'm still taking it. He said my name. He said my name. I'm still taking it.
We knew it. Hey, when he said Mel was talking about organization, Mel said, I sure was. I said, wait. He said, yep, I did say that.
All right, Chocolate Rider with the $5 super chat. I cannot give LeBron credit for it because it negatively impacts the NBA dominance, right? The public speaks differently about KD than him. That's true.
Facts.
By that logic, are the 04 Pistons a super team? No, they didn't have 3 superstars in their prime. Quick answer.
I would say that the 04 Pistons are one of the top 5 best built teams of all time.
Yes. Yes.
But not a super team.
Not a super team.
And they got super results, but not a super team.
And that 04 championship is a top 5 championship in league history.
Oh yeah,
nobody thought
they was gonna win. Nobody thought they was gonna win
at all.
It's one of the easiest championships of all time.
The toughest piece by piece.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. The 2 toughest championship rings was 99 and COVID year.
All right. John Hudson, $5 super chat. Fake GOAT found a loophole around David Stern by doing this in free agency. Chris Paul trade was dumped the next year, just to show the difference. That is all true. All right, let's get to this next topic, y'all. And it is the NBA Rookie of the Year. So we're gonna stay current to the year. And before we even start on it, that Sixers game just ended, and the Sixers won. Right, so let's see what the Rookie of the Year candidate had. Jared McCain from Duke.
To Dominique's chagrin.
Jared McCain ended up.
I like Jared McCain. He's really good.
No, I'm talking about you don't like the fact that the Sixers just won.
Oh no,
I'm rooting. I want them to win. I hope they. First of all, I'm rooting for Britne. Okay, so I'm on Britney's side. I want her team to win. I just know that they're not. Now they're 3-12. They're dead last.
Yeah, they need to win. They need to win 9 more games to be at 500.
Wait, hold on.
What you guys need to know about me is I always root for the underdog. Always.
Hold on. The Pistons got a better record than the Sixers right now.
Yes, they're 6th. I think they're 6th or 7th seed in the East right now.
Listen, and charge it to my mind and not my heart, man. I can't physically watch the Pistons yet. I can't.
But look at your whole city is on fire right now this year. Football, basketball, you got to be happy. You got to start watching them.
Watch it. You got to watch it.
I will gladly.
They look good.
I will gladly sacrifice the Pistons for a Lions championship.
Okay.
I get that.
Okay.
The Pistons got 3.
I ain't even mad at that.
Hold on. The Pistons got 3. The Tigers got 4. The Red Wings got 8. We need 1 for the Lions.
Look, the Philadelphia 76ers look like they're about to sacrifice Embiid for a healthy all-star. And Jared McCain is taking over this team, man. 38 minutes. They putting the ball in his hand. 30 points, 11 for 20 field goals, 6 of 11 3-pointers, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and the win. Right? They get the win against Brooklyn, 113-98, so a double-digit win. Ben Simmons tried to do everything he could. He chipped in 26 minutes, 2 points, 1 for 4, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Only 2 turnovers and 1 block. So Ben Simmons.
Mel is saying Ben Simmons to incense me. I know what you're doing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Because that's exactly what it was.
I thought he was going to have. I thought Mel was going to say Ben Simmons had a good game.
When he started
that man had a quadruple single.
I was like, oh man, Ben Simmons finally hit the 20-point threshold. He was like, no, 28 minutes.
So Tyrese Maxey chipped in 26 points in 26 minutes. They might have to play them together in the backcourt, even though they might be a little bit too small. They'll have to.
They'll score.
Yeah. Is Ben Simmons injured? What excuse are we making for him today?
Hey, Ben Simmons had a good game. He had a good game against Charlotte last game, man. He played. You gotta watch him, man. I root for I root for him, man. But look, listen, this is what we're here for. We're here for Rookie of the Year. Dalton Connect is balling the heck out. Mm-hmm. I thought Zach Edey was gonna be in the running, but there's another rookie by the name of Wells that plays for Memphis. But I gotta be honest. I've watched only probably 2 Memphis Grizzlies games, and I don't remember Wells at all. So I don't know. I'm just looking at his stats. I don't know if he's really a candidate. For me right now, it's between McCain and Dalton Connect. And I just want to ask y'all, from based on what y'all saying, who will you vote for right now? Connect or McCain?
Neither. The true answer is LeBron James Jr.
Jesus.
That can't be the true answer.
I'm gonna go
I just wanted
against.
to beat Jay to it. I just wanted to beat Jay to it. I knew he was gonna say it.
I'm going against
No,
what you would probably normally say, Mel, just because. So I'm going Jared McCain because I can't believe in the Lakers' actual record. So how many games would they actually have won if the refs weren't cheating for them currently? I've watched every single Lakers game, and I've got them losing at least another 4 additional games than they have already won. So I'm like, yes, their record is a little bit better, but I don't know. I like both of them. But Dalton Connect, I think, is going to win. That's the trajectory. The media is calling him to win this. So I think
I don't know. Kia just came out with their recent rankings and they got him 3rd. And the reason why is because Dalton Connect just got in the starting lineup, number 1. Number 2 is he wasn't having these types of games early on. He just had them as of late. And McCain's been doing it a little bit longer than him, and he's having to be forced to be the go-to player for the team because Embiid was out, Paul George was out, and then when Paul George and Embiid came back, McCain was still.
That's why he's my pick. So that's why he's my pick. It's just Philly is literally dead last. So his stats and what he's doing for the team is not lifting the team. And but in Dalton Connect, I believe he saved the Lakers' ass a couple of nights ago. So
he definitely did.
I don't know how they're going to view it. Even though Jared McCain is more important to the Sixers, he's not actually impacting.
Yeah. And I think that's how they'll go. I think it'll be Dalton Connect, and I think that Jared McCain will still have the numbers. But you know how they do guards with numbers. You can have a lot of numbers, but they'll base it on team success, and they'll say, well, yeah, these are empty stats, quote unquote. So I think that if the Lakers keep having the free throw disparity that they have, and Dalton Connect keeps playing well, it's going to be set up and perfectly designed for him to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
There's also the complexion protection situation, but Jared McCain is also, I don't know if you guys watched him, but he's extremely charismatic, and he's he's letting people know that he's a dog. He's letting people know he's that alpha. So I'm glad to see him in the lead and that they're pushing for him.
Yeah, I mean, this dude got multiple 30-point games, multiple 20-point games. He's averaging 15. Now, if he would have been starting from the beginning, because Maxey he didn't get a chance till Maxey got hurt. So if he would have been starting from the beginning, he probably would be averaging 20 points. But he's averaging 15 points. And Wells is averaging almost 12, and Dalton Connect's averaging almost 11. So right now, you got to be giving it to Jared McCain. Just by him being a number 1, he's averaging more points. But they both are having breakout, eye-popping games. Dalton Connect hitting 9 threes and leading the team to a win. That's big. So they both go be in a run. I think Jalen Wells will drop it eventually, and it's going to be a race between McCain and Dalton Connect. But as of right now, that's how Kia got it.
Do you guys notice anything though about those top 3 guys that are in the lead for Rookie of the Year? There's 2 things that I noticed, but I'm just wondering if you guys notice those things.
What is it?
So 3, they're all, I believe, and I don't want to say this for sure, I'm not sure about Jalen Wells, but I think Jared McCain and Dalton Connect are American-born players. And when you take a look at their draft picks, neither of them are even a top 10 or lottery pick.
Mm-hmm. That's what I noticed, that they weren't lottery picks. Jalen Wells,
and most of the guys who went early, what were they? Foreign and and higher picks.
Hey, well, I let Zoe speak on because his rookie in Atlanta, he's number 4.
Risa.
They call him Zach. No, they call him Risa. I guess that's that European thing where they just do the first 4 letters of the name.
They call him on Gilbert Arenas Sachet.
Sachet, that is zesty, but we can keep going.
They do it on purpose.
But yeah, he has all of the tools, honestly, looking at him play. And of course, I'm not too worried about the shots when it comes to a young guy like that, because he don't even know where to get his yet. You know what especially on a Trae Young led team. But what I do see is a willing defender at 6'8", 6'10", or 6'11" wingspan, not super duper long arms, but real active feet. He stays in front of his man. He helps on the weak side. He can get to the cup. He can pass. He's the typical Euro wing. Like he's one of those guys, and I just don't know whether or not he's going to get the opportunity to show he's a star or worthy of the #1 pick with the team constructed. But I like what Atlanta has done, especially with Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, and then bringing in Reese Shea. They got a bunch of mixed dudes running the show down there in Atlanta. And seriously, the only one who only dark-skinned brother on that starting five is Clint Capella. So but yeah, man, I like Reese Shea. I think that it'll take time. I don't think he'll be the rookie of the year, but I think he'll be in the top 3 of this class when it's all said and done.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the correct answer. It's Dalton Connect. Yeah.
Drop the jewel. Drop the jewel.
So for those of y'all that don't know, I'm a Jared McCain guy. You know what I mean? It's something about the brotherhood. But here's the thing. I've watched him. Huh?
So that sounds like a damn cult.
It is.
Nah, man, the brotherhood, man. You know, it is what it is.
No, it is.
But I've watched him. I've watched him step up big and be a hero. I've watched him do it, and then I've watched him sometimes shrink himself so that everybody on the team doesn't feel like he's trying to take the team from them, even when he has the hot hand. And
he about to
just
take
knowing. Nah. Listen to what I'm saying. When Embiid is 100% healthy and all that, he'll take a back seat to let Embiid get off, and that's going to cost him in the eyes of voters, and it's going to cost it's going to cost him stats. So he's more of a I'd rather get along with everybody right now than
Jay.
take
I don't
see
Embiid getting healthy, bro. That leg is done.
Well,
that knee is done, bro.
Well, you know, yeah, and you know what, that is a really Embiid healthy. That's
done. He knows.
You know what?
He knows it, man. He knows it. He knows he's not the guy no more. That knee gone, bro.
Oh no, I think I don't know.
Knee stew.
But yeah, but Connect has everything working for him. He plays for the LeBron Lakers. He plays the LA Lakers. I'm sorry.
No, you said it right.
Same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Same.
And then he got vicariously he has clutch. If Dalton Connect wins Rookie of the Year, somehow it will enhance LeBron's legacy. So, you know, don't ever forget what you already know.
I agree because he always knew that Dalton Connect was going to be so great. And we all
thought when they asked him about him that night, he was like Dalton Connect didn't fall to us at 17. 16 other teams fucked up.
Right.
He already playing in it.
They just made it so big with Connect and Bronny, right?
Yeah, he gotta take the light away some way somehow. He did that when Anthony Davis was balling out. I told y'all he was nice. That's why I want him here. I'm like, man, every time somebody gets some shine, he want a piece of it, man. So somewhere there's some footage out there of Mikey Williams eating Jared McCain's lunch. And it was a game they played against each other right after Jared McCain got like All-American and Matt Donaldson and all that stuff, and Mikey Williams didn't. And he came out there and told Jared McCain apart, man. And then now he's on a podcast as recent as this year talking about it. I thought that was interesting, man. You think Mikey Williams still got something left in him?
We'll never know. If we do find out, it'll be one of the best redemption stories because we have seen Mikey Williams go from can't miss, first round, first pick prospect to a guy that a lot of people don't even know who he plays for right now. I do, but a lot of people don't.
He's kind of like the John Morant of his generation in a way.
Yeah, he was starting out in high school.
Gone so wrong for him. You know what I mean? As far as the trouble that he was in.
So we'll never know. I think that while McCain, funny that you would say, I just got an alert where they asked, or after Jared McCain hit a big shot, he telling everybody, I'm the Rookie of the Year. So He feels like
I like it. I like it.
Me
I
too.
like
Love it. Love it.
That's gonna give us something to talk about because Dalton Connect.
You know
that-
what? I forgot what I
attitude too.
forgot what I already knew. I forgot what I already knew.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing in John Shaggy's / Coach K's system. Nah, young fella gonna go off. Maybe he was just being what he had to be in college. But I've watched him shrink. But system guy, the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, you're right.
Let him rock.
We came for Rookie of the Year.
He cold. All right, last topic, y'all.
Let's get it.
First of all, I guess we'll start with it. Jay and Chris and Zoe. What and Dominique and Britne. Well, you know what?
And not Mel.
Not man. Yeah, not 9 games ahead, 8 games ahead. That's far. 5 games ahead look like it's manageable. So maybe I can catch Zoe. Maybe. I don't know. But it's not looking good for you, boy.
I mean, you've been consistently 3, points behind me, Mel. Honestly, I would have been able to create some more separation if it wasn't for freaking Kingdom Come over here in the Chiefs. The hell?
You should have known not to pick them that week. Look at the history. Look at the history. Bills
we lost one game.
Just one.
Bills always beat them in the regular season. That's history. So
I should have picked the Bills like I normally do. Should have picked them, man. But nonetheless,
I'm glad everybody picked Pittsburgh yesterday because sheesh.
Jay, what is it? Week 12? I'm gonna give it to week 15 before I start designing your belt.
Huh?
I appreciate that.
Wait. I damn sure got something to say about that.
I love how someone who's third from the bottom. It's just
not you. Hold on.
I'll roll with it, Mel. I'll roll with it.
And no disrespect to Zoe. Right? Zoe has been consistently hanging in third place, right?
Yeah, it's been the same.
It's no credit for being number 2.
But legit, this is a 2-man race right now.
It is a 2-man race, man. But Jay been at number 1 since week 3.
If Mel feel like he can catch me with 5 points, then I feel like I can catch Chris if I'm 3 behind.
Yeah, and that's why I said no disrespect. But like we normally make
forgetting something. Yeah, I'm 2 behind you. I was 3 behind you, Zoe, and now I'm 2 behind you.
Dominique's redemption story is crazy. Dominique went from
not picking
not picking anybody to being in 4th place. So shout out to her, because damn, Corey still ain't got out the basement yet.
Yeah, Corey is done, man. I think
Corey and E are this is the point where ESPN will have an E next to their name.
Yeah. All right, so I hate giving that update every week, man, but Chris keep making that graphic, so I don't have a choice but to give it. But that's the update. Jay is number 1 for the 9th consecutive week.
I don't think it's 9. Hell
it's
no.
probably 8. I think I had number 1 the first week, and I don't know who had number 2 the second week. It probably was Zoe.
Yeah, I think I had it 1 week, and then just the very next game he picked right, I picked wrong, and then he was back ahead. So
I should have never told Jay about GPT.
Oh, is that the secret?
Yeah, I think Jay using AI.
Oh,
it's Dominique using AI as well.
Listen, and what's crazy is I got my record with GPT.
So I'm gonna be completely honest. I am using AI, but the AI that I'm using comes after the J in my name. You know what I'm saying?
Whoever the app tells me to pick is who I pick. Okay.
Wow. So wait, hold on. You're admitting to using ChatGPT?
No, I'm not using ChatGPT. I'm talking about Yahoo Fantasy. If Yahoo Fantasy, whatever the projection is for the game, that's what I pick. And then I go back and check because what I notice, little sneaky shit, is that it changes. So I'm like, what the hell? I know I picked the right team that it was projecting. And I think something might happen. Maybe there's an injury and somehow it'll shift and change. So I have to actually check that shit every day. I was pissed.com.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all know this.
Right I was like, why does this say this?
I'm gonna let
y'all
know this right
projected to lose?
Since we all lost from last night, we're disregarding that. Now we're moving on to Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm gonna have a perfect week, minus Pittsburgh. It's gonna be fire.
You look like a perfect week.
Book it because Chris is gonna take the number 1 spot next week from Jay.
Listen, I gotta get this spot from Jay, dog. I got to.
So first of all, we're gonna say that Chris is gonna take the number 1 spot from Jay. That's hilarious. That's rich. But before we say it, we're gonna say book it to that.
You know what? The only thing she was missing was here's the thing. That's the only thing.
I didn't say book it. I didn't say, but that number 1 spot. Listen, when it's all said and done, that belt will be coming to me. I'm gonna just say that.
Chris, that's not how math works.
Chris and I are the only 2 light skin on the panel today, so I'm rolling with Chris.
Listen, that's
not how math works.
The belt is coming home to me.
Oh, I forgot to put the light skins up top.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for that first show after I got my belt. It's gonna be on my shoulder the whole show. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
You heard him, Jay. You heard him.
Mel's gonna take a long time to produce that belt, right, Chris?
What did he say? I got sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Oh, you ain't hear it?
No.
He said he
again, run it back.
I said when I get that belt, that first show after I get that belt, it's gonna be on my shoulder the whole show.
Hold up. Jay is capping because his whole screen looks like Jesse Smollett.
What?
Hey, they just dropped his they just reversed his charges. They reversed his verdict too, man. So
oh wow.
Yeah. Maybe he can get a job.
Of all, man, listen, there's never a chance that I'm gonna lose this, guys. Never. I might even take a week off.
Man, for your sake, Jay, I hope you win it. Because for you to be in the lead this long and then lose the lead to me towards the end.
To who?
Me. You won't hear the last of it.
But hold on. How you gonna skip over me?
I don't even think you're relevant, Chris, man. There's no way you can hold on to that number 2 spot. You're gonna fumble the back.
As long as Jay's been number 1, I've been number 2.
You're gonna fumble success. You can't handle success. You get that number 1 spot, you're gonna drop the number 5. You're gonna do something wrong.
No,
you can't handle success.
First off, the gap between me and you is insurmountable right now. Focus on catching Zoe.
You're the type to get drunk and fall asleep on Halle Berry. It's something. If it can go wrong, it will.
What? If that was the case, I would have fumbled second place a long time ago.
Second place and first place is totally different.
And I'm 1 game behind. I'm gonna get. Matter of fact, this is gonna be the week I knock Jay. Bucket.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
This is diabolical because Mel is like practically dead last. Corey and Eric have quit, so Mel is last. And
this is the week that I knocked Jay off of first place.
You're using AI. I don't even want to hear your mouth. You're using AI, ma'am.
Isn't that a shame that you guys are losing to somebody that doesn't even watch the damn games? That's wild.
I'm not losing.
Why?
Christopher.
I just asked you guys what the difference between a cornerback and what was
did, for real. She definitely did.
Chris.
What, Jay? What's up? Talk to me.
This dude was asking Chris Asian. Them braids must be tight tonight, boy. Your eyes chinky. He said it's Chris Asian.
I've been drinking. I've been sipping.
Chris, listen, man. Don't let Mr. Melvin put a battery in your back, man. He charging you up.
Why did he call you that? Why did
he trying to get in your head, Chris?
Jay, listen, I've been plotting on your demise for the
why did he just call you Mr. Melvin?
Hey, that's what them girls in the projects be telling their kids to call some new stud that came through the beat cheeks. This is Mr. J right here. He coming in to fix the thermostat and the thermostat.
First of all, this man said thermostat. What the hell is that? Second of all, Chris, he letting you charge you up, man. Listen, he's got you booking it, and here's the thing and all that. What that's gonna do is make me upset.
Jay,
Chris, you don't want me to start taking. Listen, you don't want to start taking this thing serious. I've been on cruise control the last 6 weeks. If I start taking this serious, man, listen. Don't forget, I'm capable of a perfect sheet. We've done that already.
Oh,
I've done a perfect sheet as well.
Me too.
So Mel did a perfect sheet and he last.
He's third to last.
Oh. That man did not do a perfect sheet. He switches.
I did do a perfect sheet. I said, hey, I had the same game y'all had picked. I said, I'm changing my pick.
Oh, that's not a perfect sheet.
Because I don't want to be 3 people with a perfect sheet. I want to be the only one. So just in case, I changed it.
So that's not a perfect sheet.
No, that was perfect.
No, it's not.
I only changed it because I ain't want to be like these clowns. I ain't want to be in the same conversation with them.
Which means what went final?
Yeah,
hold on, time out. Hold on, Chris. Hold on. You're right. You didn't want to be in the same conversation as this, and we're in the conversation for people who may potentially win. You're not in that conversation, so you're right.
Go all right, man. We're moving on. Hey, so I don't know what show it was, and I forgot. I couldn't find it. I tried to get the clip of when Jay said this because I wanted to get it exactly how he said it because I don't want him to lie like he usually do and say he said something else. But I remember him saying something along the lines that Bo Nix was probably going to end up being the number 1 quarterback out of this rookie class. I don't know if y'all remember that.
I do.
We all laughed at him. Well, all of a sudden, Bo Nix is, I mean, he is competing with Jaden Daniels for offensive rookie of the year. Some people might think Bowers from the tight end from the Raiders, he might be in the conversation. But
is that a picture of Bo Nix or the Russian from Rocky?
Both.
Is that Bo Nix?
That's the same
AI.
person.
Yes, AI.
Bo Nix is the Russian from Rocky.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's old enough to be him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That nigga been in college for 18 years. Yeah, definitely Ivan Drago.
But y'all, it's close.
Well, look what the cat drug in. Hot daddy.
The cat daddy drug in.
That absolutely.
Yeah. So here's the question: Who getting y'all vote?
Oh, Jaden Daniels.
Hey, Mike, real quick. I appreciate that love, but it's JAI, guys. I spell my name a little different. It's JAI.
Yeah, Mel, stop putting our hands up there, man.
I don't even know how to do it. The StreamYard changed something. I don't even know how to get back to it.
Christopher,
maybe y'all can figure it out.
I'm working on it.
Thank you, sir.
I looked for it earlier.
Nah, they moved it, but Chris knows where it's at.
We'll see.
But hey, listen, Bo Nix, I told everybody, man, when it's all said and done, he's gonna have the best career out of this QB class. But for Rookie of the Year, I'm going to probably vote right now. If I had to vote, I'd vote for Jaden Daniels only because of 2 things. One,
yeah,
his mama, and 2, hey, they got a better record. He's leading his team to more success.
Okay, I bought a success joint. Yeah, but the number. I mean, and then the running is a little bit more.
Of course, it's gonna be. Yeah,
his mama bad.
His mama cold. His mama is cold.
Give me Amari Bailey, mama.
Nah, the best mama right now in the league, in any league.
Xavier Worthy. If we talking about
who he play for?
Amari Bailey, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, Zoe, you know I'm 3 weeks away from being in Arrowhead.
I know you is. You excited? You ready to be in Chiefs Kingdom for real? For real?
No, it's gonna be cold, man. I'm actually probably gonna be miserable the whole time.
Here's the real question. Here's the real question. Who picking me up from the airport tomorrow? That's the real question.
Both of us. We're gonna carpool.
Us. We were talking about that earlier.
Oh, y'all both go come get me? That's dope. That's my dog, man. Greensboro Airport, y'all.
If you're flying in the green, man,
hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, especially with that new highway. I'm there in 5 minutes.
Oh, easy. That's what I'm talking about.
It's like 12, but it's way shorter than it used to be.
Yeah. Better than Raleigh, right?
Yeah, but way better than Raleigh. But so, why Jaden Daniels not? Why not Bo Nix?
Same thing for Jay. Team success. I didn't know what he was going to be. I felt like he had a chance of being successful, but this is Washington we're talking about. It's always Washington. And that's the only reason. But man, I am one of the ones who was not on the Bo Nix hype train in the beginning at all. So I can admit that, and I can say, yo, this kid is playing ball. He is really playing ball. They beat the dog snot out of my Falcons too. He threw for 5 touchdowns against them.
That's crazy.
Absolutely. He was balling, and I got nothing to say but salute Bo Nix. Even though I know he's 35, he got a really good 401k plan, and I'm sure his wife baked cookies on Sundays.
Man, listen, Bo Nix is a tall Drew Brees, yo. That he's the only quarterback. Like Bo Nix could have went anywhere else in the league and stunk, but with Sean Payton, he's gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Is there anything he can do to catch Daniels in the Rookie of the Year race?
Just keep winning.
Have a better record.
Gotta win.
I think honestly at this point, this is what it's gonna have to come down to. Because they're both winning.
You don't even have to have a better record. You don't have to have a better record because they're gonna give him some slack because he has to play the Chiefs twice. Right.
Well, actually, you know what? Wait, hold on.
If they make the playoffs and it's close, stat wise, it's close. The tie's gonna go to Bo Nix. It's gonna go to Bo Nix. Trust me.
Hold on. If I remember correctly, though, doesn't the NFL do these awards on both sides?
Yeah, offense and defense.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm talking about on both conferences.
No, that's baseball.
I think when they do like rookie, I don't know about the NFL, but in NBA when they do like rookie of the month, they do it for both conferences. But
now other year you get an offensive rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year. That's it.
Yeah, well, for me, it would have to be. I mean, obviously they're both keep playing at the level they are, but it's going to come down to record for me.
Yeah, because they both the quarterbacks leading their team, so I think they both can affect the record more. But if it was like a running back, I think a running back could probably still. Well, the record would still matter for sure. Yeah, I'm with y'all.
And it might listen, and it might not be either one of them.
Who else would it be? Bowers.
Brock Bowers is balling.
Or Malik Neighbors, or your other boy.
Neighbors
Kyler Murray, big head receiver.
He ain't doing nothing. Marvin Harrison.
Now Marvin Harrison is actually hooping. You just not hearing about him. Yo, they 6-4.
He ain't hooping. He hooping every other game.
It is really inconsistent. And then Malik Neighbors, like I said, has already missed too many games. I think he's missing. I think he's out this week.
I mean, I want to see who's throwing.
They got Danny DeVito is the quarterback now.
Tommy DeVito.
Speaking of Danny DeVito, speaking of Danny DeVito from Twins, the New York Giants, man, that Jones resignment or please release me. I don't think that was his idea. I think the ownership was like, man, we done with you.
No, they said Daniel Jones came to him and asked for his release, and they said that we feel like that's the best. They was already thinking it.
I know that's what they said. I don't think that's what happened. I think they told him, "Hey, here's what we want you." Because remember, he had a press conference where he read pretty much a goodbye letter. Mm-hmm. I think his agent in the ownership wrote that together, and it was like, "This is what you will say." And this is This is what we're going to release a week later, and then we're releasing you. So it won't look so embarrassing. We'll make it seem like it's your idea, right? But we want you up out of here on the next thing smoking.
Jeez.
Well, no matter what, when they announced that he wasn't going to be the starter, they already said we're releasing you next year. So he had a condition in his contract, which most players do, that if they get hurt after a certain week on this year, then their money the next year is guaranteed. That's what Russell Wilson had. That's why they wanted to bench him. Sean Payton wanted to bench him because they didn't want to be responsible for the next year bread. But when Russell was like, nah, they was like, fuck it, we'll just cut you and pay the money. But New York said, nah, man, we're not doing that. You the fourth string quarterback. And then you just like, man, look, I can go learn something from an organization. And I tell you who ought to pick him up. You got in
mind, because I got a team in mind too. I got a team in mind too. So let's see if we on the same.
Who?
Yeah, shout out to the brotherhood. Nah, the Rams.
For what?
Was same state, different team. The Niners.
For what? Well, you know what?
I'm not mad at
no.
I'm not mad at either one of them.
You know what? You might be right.
Might be.
Brock Purdy just went down, and there's still somewhat of a chance with that division being separated by a game.
And he can run.
You don't put your hopes and dreams in Daniel Jones. No, you put him behind Matt Stafford and Sean McVay and allow him to be under a good learning tree. I think there's something there. He's athletic enough to have something in the tank. The Giants is just a damn dumpster fire for a quarterback who don't know nothing. Period.
We're seeing a lot of resurgence in these quarterbacks that we thought were bust and trash, like Sam Darnold having his resurgence in Minnesota.
And see, I would take Shanahan too, because Shanahan and McVay can build a quarterback.
That's what they do well.
But I think as far as like something he could do now, I think San Francisco would be
Listen.
Maybe Vegas.
That's the problem with San Francisco, because you don't want him to do anything now except for have a clipboard and get a visor, get a little earpiece in him and let him listen to the offensive coordinator. You don't want his jersey to be dirty anymore this year. You want him to learn. You want to fix him. You can't fix him by putting him back on the field. You fix him by having him study goodness, to study what a professional looks like. And Matt Stafford, no matter what you think of him, which you should think very highly of him, is a professional. He's a professional. He's the perfect quarterback to go learn from.
100%. I agree. However,
he's on the Aaron Rodgers side of his career.
But I'm thinking as far as immediate impact, what team needs a quarterback, needs a starting level quarterback? Regardless if you don't like him or not, he was a starter for 6 years.
If a team need a starting level quarterback and they go get Daniel Jones, they still need a starting level quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You starting on your starter level.
We said the same thing about Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold wasn't even the starter. Because JJ McCarthy was going to start.
But who went and fixed him? Who fixed him? Shanahan fixed him. They didn't play him. They fixed him.
No, because they got him mid-season. I don't know. No.
He was there he was there the whole offseason last year. He spent the whole season there last year. Shanahan fixed that man. He even played him in week 17 last year.
You mean to tell me that Sam Darnold learned from Brock Purdy?
No, he learned from Kyle Shanahan.
We're really Mike Shanahan, that Shanahan system. Like, it's easy. I ain't gonna say it's easy, but that's the same system that Matt Ryan won a MVP in. Like, if you get it, then you're gonna have it. It's really, really quarterback.
And Zimmer is running he's running a disciple of that.
Is the West Coast offense something that you can adapt to on a fly like this? Like if they picked up Daniel Jones like right now? I mean, because I know
he need an off season. He need an off season to get the terminology and get the calls.
Because I know when Vic showed up with the Philadelphia Eagles, I don't know if they was running like really the West Coast, but Andy Reid was there, and Vic had to sit behind McNabb for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Michael Vick never studied a playbook when he was in Atlanta.
That's true.
So, I mean, he had to learn. He did what he did in Atlanta off him, athletic ability and just plain raw talent. So, him having to do that, I think had a lot to do with it. Plus, you know, he was up the road for a little while too. He had to get all of that back, you know, back working.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and see the difference between like Shanahan and McVay and Andy Reid is Andy Reid can't fix a quarterback. But if you are a serviceable quarterback, he can get it out of you. He can't fix you though. He too old school. He's not gonna waste time fixing you. He'll say, "Hey, that's how we."
Vic, that was the best Vic ever been.
He didn't fix Vic. Vic wasn't broke. He didn't fix Vic. He didn't even fix Alex Smith. What he did was got the most out of you. He don't fix you, because when Alex Smith left Andy Reid, Alex Smith, the same Alex Smith that you seen in San Francisco, showed back up in Washington. He just knows how to use what you have.
That ain't fair. He got hurt in Washington. Leave that man. All right, let's get y'all picks real quick, man. Then we'll end the show, man. Just what's going on this week. As a matter of fact, somebody pull up the week 12 for us. Chris, you got it. You got it. All right. This is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna do this every show. We're gonna let Dominique pick the picks live. And we gonna go with that. I think it'd be good for the basketball person to pick all the football stuff. I think that'd be fun.
Hold on, we're picking week 13 right now, or we're picking
week 12, but we're not applying those to our pick'ems, right?
No. I just think it'd be good to get it on record, just to to see how many she can get.
Yeah. All right. So obviously, Browns and Steelers played last night to kick off week 12. Browns pulling out the win in the snow. So on the slate for the rest of week 12, Lions visit the Colts. Who you got?
Right, Dominique, Lions, Colts.
Let me check.
No. Don't think. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be fun if you actually think. I just want you to just pick based on.
That's Chris's team, so the Lions.
There you go.
All right, Lions. Hold on.
I think they lost every game this season so far.
All right, Dom pick Lions. All right, go. Keep going, Chris.
All right. And then we got Buccaneers, Giants.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers.
Bucks. That's not a bad pick. I'm going with the Bucks too. I mean, it's the Giants.
Giants are playing really bad this season.
Yeah, but Danny DeVito might have something on his sleeve though. But we'll see.
His name is not Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
All of this Danny DeVito. Yo, that little short bald dude playing quarterback.
It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Always sunny in Philadelphia.
Hey, y'all got to see that episode when he put them skinny jeans on though.
All right, so got the Bucks on that one. Then we got Chiefs Panthers.
Come on,
I'm gonna go with Chiefs because Panthers. I think they won 1, maybe 2 games.
Something like that. Maybe three.
Got 3.
But I'll be there.
All right. Cowboys, Commanders.
Commanders.
All right.
That was easy.
Patriots, Dolphins.
That's a tough one.
Wait, where are they?
They're in Miami.
Dolphins.
Okay.
All right. Titans, Texans.
I don't even know who the Titans are. Texans.
Golly, you right.
You're not the only one.
Never even heard of that team. Where are the Titans located?
Tennessee Titans.
Where Tennessee? You said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
all right. Vikings, Bears.
Shit.
It ain't
Chicago or Minnesota? Where? Who's home?
Chicago.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Bears.
Ooh.
Probably a hot take. I'd probably pick the Vikings. Like if I'm looking, AI probably has them winning. So I'm gonna take it. The Vikings.
It's very possible.
You gonna switch it to the Vikings?
Oh, you switching?
Oh, yeah, she's switching.
Yeah.
All right, who we got, Chris?
All right, Broncos, Raiders.
Broncos.
Okay.
Is that because of OJ or no?
It's because I don't think that the Raiders are playing that well this season from what I can remember, but I probably am remembering a different team that I don't really know who I'm talking about. So
every year that ends with a number, you can say, I don't think the Raiders are playing well in this. Every last one.
Every time I pick them, I'm pretty sure that they've lost. So I'm just going to go opposite Raiders.
Yeah.
All right. So
they even lost a game at home that I picked them to win. So I'm disappointed in them.
So here's a good one with the the announcement that Brock Purdy is going to be out. Niners, Packers in Green Bay.
Green Bay.
I really need the Niners to beat them though, but that's selfish reasons.
Would you choose the Niners then, Chris?
I can't.
Well, I'm choosing. Okay.
I did.
I would if I was you, Chris.
Huh?
I choose the Niners if I was you.
Nah.
Just want you to lose. You see how Mel is getting in your head like that, Chris?
They plotting.
They play a game with you.
No,
look, man, I'm just trying to work on my patois, man. That's all.
Listen. Before
I chose the Niners.
Before we came on the show, we didn't even know who Brock Purdy's backup was. I think it's Josh Dobbs. So
he's gonna win that game.
Yeah, I'm choosing the
Packers
Niners.
are gonna win.
He's gonna win
the Packers winning. Yeah, Packers.
So all right. So Cardinals, Seahawks. That's fight for first place, actually.
I have the Seahawks for that one.
You wrote that down, Mel?
Yeah. I mean, it's recording, so I ain't really got to write it, but
and Sunday night is Eagles, Rams.
I'm going Rams on that one, but I don't want to influence your pick.
I picked the Rams.
I'm going Eagles.
Mm.
They have Saquon Barkley.
And that's it.
The only football player that I know.
That's not a bad pick, man. All right, man. I appreciate all of y'all for tuning in.
Whoa.
Just one game.
Monday night, dog.
Oh, who you got Monday night?
Ravens, Chargers. Probably one of the best games this week.
I have the Ravens winning.
Okay.
There you have it.
There it is.
Have it.
As told by Dominique.
Real quick though. Dallas is playing Denver. Jokic is playing. Luka's not playing.
Yeah.
Without Luka, Dallas beat Oklahoma City Thunder. Bro, my tongue is so tired right now. It's that patois, man. Trying to speak patois.
No.
I think Zoe is the only one that can do it.
But Dallas beat OKC Thunder without Luka.
Yeah.
If they beat Denver without Luka.
But you do have to remember who the Thunder didn't have that night too.
Chet Holmgren. Still. Right. If they beat Denver without Luka, which they're winning 20-15 right now, will that change anything in your mind about this team? Or how?
No.
I mean, no, not at all.
No.
Okay.
Dallas?
Yeah.
A team can be more cohesive without.
I thought you meant Denver. I thought you were talking about like, what does this mean about Jokic?
No, just Dallas.
I mean,
but they clearly play better without Luka. Hello.
Yeah. It's confirmation of what we already know. It ain't gonna change for us. It might change for some people, but we
just like
know.
the Lakers play better without you know who.
Yeah, they definitely do play better. They definitely play better without Browning
and Cam Reddish.
I'm just saying they're more free. They move the ball more. They're making better plays. They're just playing better basketball without Luka Doncic, and they're playing defense, right? And you have all 5 people on the floor contributing to that, and that makes a big difference.
But they can't navigate through the playoffs without Luka though, because Luka is the star that's going to get. I mean, star calls is a huge deal in the playoffs, man. And so you're going to need that to get the favor a little bit. I mean, so they can't go nowhere without him.
Are they going to get far with him, given his behavior toward the officials last year and how they treated him in the end? So are they going to hold that against him throughout the playoffs and force them into a first round knockout if they can't earn it, if they can't blow a team out? Do you think that they're going to be working uphill, or Lucas still has that favor? Or you think
some would say if you hold a honey bun against them, you have a Danish. But I mean I don't know, man.
if it's the Mavericks versus Denver, because I think it depends on who they face, right? So you're going to have 2 unathletic Euros playing against each other potentially in the first round. Imagine if Denver faces off against the Mavs. Like who the refs are going to roll. I don't think the refs are going to roll in Luka's favor. I think they're going to go with Jokic.
Yeah, I think last year was his.
Yo, I'm ready to go.
Hey, shout out
Like,
to Dominique for holding that down and getting through that. with a straight face.
Dominique, you are a true professional. That's why you on the squad in the first place. But it's time to go. Did y'all hear what this man just? All right. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share, do all of this stuff. If you are a Patreon member, make sure you hit it to the post game. I don't know what is in Mel's cup, but he don't need to have it no more. So on that note,
I don't even know what Mel said. It's all that patois he's practicing tonight. I have no idea what he just said. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep, my take going through my take. I don't know.
This man tweaking.
This man said if you stick to him, he be Danish.
And listen, that's not how desserts work. That
is not. That will never be Danish ever. That's just not true.
All right, y'all.